Shannon Doherty. She released the first episode of her new podcast, which is called Let's Be Clear with Shannon Doherty, yesterday. And she, of course, continues to battle stage 4 cancer and revealed that she learned about her ex-husband, Kurt Iswarenko's affair right before she underwent brain surgery earlier this year.
God, that's awful.
Isn't it, though?
Yeah.
She said the operation was the most frightening thing that I've ever been through in my entire life, and that she was, quote, positive that I was going to die, and the best sense scenario in my head if I didn't die was I would lose my ability to walk or talk. And to make matters worse, she said she found out, quote, my marriage was essentially over, that my husband had been carrying on an affair for 2 years, just days before the surgery took place.
Wow. So the person you would call upon for moral support to help hold your hand through this thing has been cheating on you.
Yep. So while Kurt wanted to support her through the surgery, she said, I couldn't go into that surgery with him there. I felt so betrayed. At the end of the day, I just felt so incredibly unloved by someone I was with for 14 years, by someone that I loved with all my heart. And then she filed for divorce from him in April.
I mean, she's not had it easy.
Dude, she's had a rough, it's pretty damn bad what she's gone through. So, just hoping for the best that things will turn around. We'll see. Hugh Grant does not care for his latest role as an Oompa Loompa in the forthcoming movie Wonka.
All right.
When it came to filming, the Love Actually star said, I couldn't have hated the whole thing more.
Wow.
Why do it?
What the hell?
He's such a curmudgeon.
He's
now.
a complete curmudgeon.
Really turned into that.
And it's wearing thin because I find him very talented. You know what I dug him in, Preston? That Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Yeah, it was cute.
He was good.
I agree.
He should lighten up.
He said this sentiment was due in part to the camera rig he had to wear around his head. He said it was like a crown of thorns, very uncomfortable. This was during a press conference. He said, I made a big fuss about it. Now, when asked whether Wonka was worth all the trouble, the actor said, not really.
Oh, my gosh.
And his co-stars laughed, and he said, I slightly hate making films, but I have lots of children and need money.
Oh, my God.
I'll tell you this, though.
Wow.
The movie is getting very good. Even people who are like half-hearted, like, they're responding very favorably to it. They say it's magical. They say it's a wonderful view of Wonka as a young man.
He really added to the magic.
Yeah.
I need to see this because I love Timothy Chalamet, but I don't know why. I don't know why he's believable in certain parts that I just watched this King movie. Did you watch the King where he goes up against the Cullen kid? Who's that?
No, I didn't. I didn't see it. Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson is a French guy, and so it's a true story about how he becomes king, and he's commanding these troops, and he's yelling at these troops, and I want to not believe him.
Well, you know,
but I believe him.
He's a good actor. I mean, in Dune, he's really good.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. So he may not be suitable for every part, but I think he has. I don't know. I've seen at least 3 critics review the movie who said they went in not really caring and were like won over. So that bodes well.
Yeah, and going back to Hugh Grant, I've seen several interviews of movies, not in the too distant past, where he's just kind of. He brushes off the questions that he's asked about it, like his quick cameo in the last Knives Out movie. And a woman was asking him about it. He's like, it's nothing. I'm there for a second. But, have a little bit of enthusiasm. Come on, man.
I mean, you've been in this industry for a while now. You know how it works,
you know
right?
the game.
Need we remind you of the Hummer and the parked car in an alleyway?
That's why I never liked him.
Yeah.
I remember that story, and I was like, wow, that guy's a jerk.
He's got 2 children with his ex-wife and 3 children with his current wife, so he needs the money.
Because he was married at the time, right?
No, he was dating
he
Elizabeth
was.
Hurley.
One of the most stunning women in the world.
Not good enough.
All right.
Divine Brown.
Jennifer Lopez accepted her 5th Icon Award on Tuesday night during Elle's Women in Hollywood event. And after Donna Langley, the chairperson of Universal Pictures, presented her with the honor, the star mentioned that she's never taken home an Oscar or a Grammy. She said, I don't have an Oscar, I don't have a Golden Globe, I don't have a Grammy or a SAG Award or a BAFTA or a Critics' Choice or a Hollywood Film Award. She was snubbed, by the way, for her 2019 film Hustlers, despite major award season buzz. But she added, but this is my 5th Icon Award. This award is all about being a representative symbol, in this case, what it is to be a woman in Hollywood.
Did you? Is this the one where she showed up in an outfit that literally had underboob?
It says she wore a stunning metal breastplate to the event.
Maybe that's it because, yeah, it was pretty wild, Preston.
Ben Affleck joked earlier in the evening that it gave him PTSD because he was having flashbacks to his Batman suit. So apparently it was a pretty interesting outfit. And
Preston.
she always wears something interesting. Yeah, there's definitely underboob
Well, she
hanging
got a
under
little-
there.
little tight.
But how, I mean, we've seen most of her boobs.
Yes.
Anyhow,
Yeah.
so. This was unfortunate news. Hopefully somebody can help him out. Home Alone's Ken Hudson Campbell, he played Santa Claus in the movie, has shared his cancer diagnosis and launched a GoFundMe fundraiser for his upcoming surgery. He's a character actor.
Yeah.
And in another role you would definitely know him from because it gets played over and over this time of year, Groundhog Day. He is the guy in the hallway. As soon as Phil comes out each day and he goes, "Are you going to go see the groundhog?
Yeah.
Think it's going to be an early spring?" He's that guy, the larger guy.
Yeah.
So the 61-year-old actor is asking fans to help him this holiday season as he faces a 10-hour operation to remove a cancerous tumor from his jawbone. After the major surgery, he'll need reconstructive surgery, multiple rounds of radiation and chemotherapy, which will be very costly. And it makes me think of Roger Ebert when he had that done.
Similar. They have much better methods of taking care of this now than they did for Ebert. So hopefully it'll work out for him.
He revealed that he was diagnosed with cancer in October after a tumor starting to grow at the bottom of his mouth and began affecting his teeth. Ken has been entertaining fans for over 35 years, starring in 22 films across various genres, including Armageddon, Groundhog Day, Down Periscope, and many more. He's raised $62,000 so far of the $100,000 target, which is to cover future health expenses and recovery period expected to last 6 months or so. He is struggling financially after losing his SAG-AFTRA health insurance in January due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And despite having new health insurance, his family are facing huge out-of-pocket costs as he'll spend a week in the hospital and need a feeding tube, skin grafts, a tracheotomy, possibly later move to a nursing home. While physical and speech therapy are covered by his insurance, his family will have to pay for caregivers, skilled nursing, medical equipment, and many other health expenses on top of that. Yeah, it's unfortunately going to be a pricey endeavor and hopefully one that will save his life. So we will see about that. Ryan Reynolds. Wait, do we have a clip of him?
We do. We have
I'm
the
sorry.
clips of him from Home Alone.
Okay, yeah. So, if we could pull that up, Casey. Here he is, Santa, and
Hold on a second. My elf took the last of the candy canes home to her boyfriend.
That's okay.
No, don't be silly. Everybody sees Santa's got to get something. Here, pull out your little paw there. There you go. Don't spoil your dinner.
Thanks.
he gives him
Tic Tac Tags.
Thanks.
Here's another clip from him.
Can I talk to you for a minute?
Yeah, if you make it quick, Santa's got a little get-together he's late for.
Okay. I know you're not the real Santa Claus.
What makes you say that?
I'm old enough to know how it works.
All right,
But I also know that you work for him. I'd like you to give him a message.
shoot.
Would you please tell him that instead of presents this year, I just want my family back?
See what I can do.
It's a cool part. So.
Yeah.
He's also in Armageddon. He's one of the guys
Yeah,
that goes
you
to
mentioned.
Oh, did
Yeah.
you say? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. It's Ken Hudson Campbell on Instagram if you want to contribute.
Excellent. Ryan Reynolds is responding to various images and plot leaks that have emerged as he continues to film Deadpool 3. Surprises from the film began making their way online in July when Wolverine's Deadpool 3 costume had taken off, and a set of photos showed Hugh Jackman wearing the character's comic book yellow outfit. More recently, Deadpool 3 set photos that spoil a spine-chilling X-Men villain death hit social media. And now, in an effort to stop the bleeding of major spoilers, Ryan posted a story on his Instagram account to explain the reason why so many vital plot points are being exposed. He said, surprises are part of the magic of theatrical movies. It's important for us to shoot the new Deadpool film in real, natural environments using practical effects as opposed to making the movie indoors and digitally.
Agreed.
And he said telephoto lenses. This is why he's talking about the spoilers. Telephoto lenses continue to spoil surprises and create a difficult situation for everyone. As such, he's asking the online outlets that are revealing the information to pause and think before they do it again.
So with these movies, I kind of don't want to know. I want that revealed to me in the movie. Like, for example, when Brad Pitt makes his cameo appearance in Deadpool 2.
Right.
It was great.
But so these a-holes are taking these pictures and they're posting them online, and then me, who like I have no choice in the matter, they're ruining the surprises for me. So they're making these decisions for everybody else around them. Now my only recourse is just to not be on the internet.
Yeah, or not go to the website.
I don't go to the website, but if it shows up on my Twitter feed, Steve, or my Instagram feed, which we all know, it's not populated by the things that I follow anymore. It's populated by what they think.
You know,
I
they're
wanna
getting
see.
money. A lot of them get money for that too, right? For getting those shots. That's the impetus for them taking those shots.
Sure.
So he issued a reminder of how he wants to preserve the magic of the movie-going experience. He said, here's hoping that some of the websites and social channels hold back showing images before they're ready. The film is built for audience joy, and our highest hope is to preserve as much of that magic as possible for the finished film and the big screen. And part of the reason that people post spoilers is because they're excited. All the while, he noted he's keeping the problem of Deadpool 3 spoilers making their way online in proper perspective. He said, I realize that these aren't real-world issues, and it's firmly in the good problems bucket. But he ended the post by saying, I love making this movie.
I love real practical locations. I watched this movie I told you about, Preston, the creator, and they go to like 30 different locations in the movie, and it looks great. It's awesome.
Yeah.
You don't see that a lot these days because a lot of the superhero stuff, at least, is done in front of that thing, the volume, where they're clearly on a set. Mm-hmm. And it kind of ruins it.
Yeah. So, but he says the reason they're doing that is why these spoilers are happening.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
they're not that reason, but they're doing that, and they're able to get these pictures outside.
I know this is he's posting about not sharing any spoilers. So if this is a spoiler, I apologize. But what I've heard is that they're going to use this movie. Marvel's going to use this movie as a bridge to have Avengers versus
Marvel,
X-Men.
the X-Men, yeah.
And so they're going to bridge both of those universes in a really practical way. And that end of Deadpool 3 will actually be really important to the MCU. Yeah.
Hope so. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson isn't definitively saying a no to joining the presidential race in 2024. He told Today on Wednesday, here's what I can tell you with 100% certainty and surety is that I believe in working hard, controlling the controllables, and putting in all the hard work with your own two hands and being humble, hungry, and grateful, kicking ass and always giving back. And then he added, that's what I can tell you, so it's not a no. So
Did he
leaves
mention
it at that.
anything about U.S. people having maps?
No.
Yeah.
No, he did not mention anything about U.S. Americans needing maps. So Natalie Portman popped balloons and answered questions inside of them on the Drew Barrymore show on Tuesday. And when asked, what is the one thing you'd never do for a role, she answered, show my boobs. Is that really prude? I'm just always like, I don't want my kids to see pictures online. And to this, Barrymore replied, I didn't know that there'd be an online when I did it. I was like, good luck finding that magazine under some weird guy's bed in some random house, but no judgment, she said. So, yeah, it was a different time. But, yeah, Natalie Portman she's just not going to do topless ever. Likely thanks to delays by the now settled dual Hollywood strikes, we won't see the third season of Max's And Just Like That until 2025. The return was confirmed in a Max promo.
I can't take this.
With first looks of its upcoming lineup. The spot also confirmed previously announced 2025 premieres for HBO's Euphoria, The White Lotus, and The Last of Us. We're going to have to wait till 2025.
Well, yeah, a lot of shows impacted by the strike and all that.
A specific premiere date for the Sex and the City continuation series was never set, but the writer's room was back in operation beginning in early November following resolution of the WGA strike and production start pending resolution of the SAG after a strike. And it was just ratified last night, by the way, in favor of the November 8 tentative agreement with the AMPTP.
Are you up to speed on And Just Like That, Preston? I know you're a huge fan.
I might be. I have to go back and rewatch it,
right.
Just to get fully back up.
By the way, if you're talking sunrises, Preston.
Is it gorgeous?
Ooh,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Very different.
Yeah.
It's like you might not have to get up.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
You
one
probably
of,
should get
it's
up.
one of
All right, you guys solo for a while.
Ladies and gentlemen, Preston Elliott is now going to view a stunning sunrise. He's walking around the studio,
And we're waiting for the thumbs up or thumbs down, Preston.
Gorgeous.
gorgeous.
It is a lovely red.
Yeah, and it's like a a gradient too, Steve. It starts off really,
Blue to
on the
pink.
horizon. Yeah.
It looks like Roy G. Biv.
Going from the top to bottom, it goes from blue to a pink to an orange to a yellow. Just everybody right now in your car, stare directly at the sun.
Look.
It's like a morning layer cake.
It is. It looks like a cocktail I had one time. Man.
What kind of
Ooh,
cocktail?
It's probably so good.
Yeah. I don't remember.
We had a restaurant that made it specifically for you.
It reminds me of that drink we had in Jamaica that took them a half hour to make. Do you guys remember that? That
Oh,
shot,
No
those
pressure, no
shots.
problem.
What's that?
Was it the no pressure, no problem?
Maybe. I don't know. It was different colors, but it was layered like that.
It is lovely, I have to say.
It's kind of like a dessert.
Drink it in.
It's like a little dessert.
It's like a little dessert.
In the sky.
All right. Back to
the real world.
entertainment news. Lenny Kravitz revealed how he feels about his daughter, Zoe Kravitz's fiance, Channing Tatum, while speaking with E! News recently. He said, I love him. He's a great guy. We're very close, and we have a great line of communication.
Worldly known good guy?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Lenny also shared that the pair like to spend time together. He said, we hang out like you hang out with your family, and we're together whenever we can. So everything is wonderful and
Imagine
copacetic.
your father-in-law was Lenny Kravitz.
That would be so cool. How crazy cool would that be?
What?
Wow. All right, let's see. 2 more quick stories, then we'll get to the clips. According to NBC News, there's more Yellowstone drama brewing.
What now?
The series creator, Taylor Sheridan, is suing one of the show's stars, Cole Hauser,
I love Cole.
for trademark infringement, unfair competition, and false advertising regarding a logo.
That's
Okay.
not good.
Sheridan claims Hauser's logo for his coffee company, Free Reign, is strikingly similar to the logo he uses for his ranch,
What about his restaurant, McDowell's?
which is called Bosque Ranch.
Oh.
Both companies are based in Texas.
Oh,
and
wait. What's the ranch we're talking about?
So Bosque Ranch is spelled Bosque, or
So nothing-
Bosque Ranch.
Nothing to do with the show?
Well, the logo. Okay.
No, it has to do with this.
Oh.
He has his own ranch.
Yeah.
Taylor Sheridan has his own ranch, and Cole Hauser has
Okay.
his own coffee. And he says that they're too similar.
Wow.
So both companies are based in Texas, and Sheridan is accusing Hauser of trying to mistake or to deceive as to the affiliation, connection, or association with his ranch.
This doesn't bode well for his part on the show, Kathy.
The lawsuit.
No, that's terrible. What the hell?
I don't know.
It's not that,
personally
like-
have not compared them, so I haven't looked. I didn't take the time to dig deep into this. Are
What do you think
looking
most
at it?
U.S.
I am-
Americans think about this?
I am digging deep.
Yeah, so
Okay.
look up Free Reign, and that's spelled Rein.
Yeah,
Free-
I see that logo.
All right, and then you have Bosque Ranch, which is spelled Bosque.
Here you go,
Bosque?
Press. It's right in front of you. They're similar. They're really similar.
Yeah,
Huh.
they are. Yeah, it looks like a brand, like the type you would brand cattle with.
Okay.
What are
and
you
so
saying looks similar?
what's
So
that?
this is Bosque over here on the left, and
Yeah.
then this is Free Reign on the right. And,
Oh, I was looking at the bottom, the blue box.
and both of these look very similar. It reminds me of the Washington Nationals versus Walgreens. They
Wait
were,
a second. Yeah, they're very similar.
Oh,
Sue his ass into oblivion.
okay. Well, I love Cole, so here's what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
The blending of 2 letters in a logo is like everyone does it.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Not
Yeah,
everyone,
that's what
but
that's
it's
what's
very
be-
popular.
That's what's being done in this case as well. They're blending the BR and the FR, and they're different fonts. I mean, yeah, you're right, Kath.
I
Do
know,
you want to
I-
reach out to him and
I
see if you
know-
can defend him in court?
I know a jewelry company who has a logo that blends both of the letters in the logo.
Oh, do you now?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, okay.
The letters K and R?
It's a K and an R. And
K and
they're
R. We're not gonna say
blended
what
together.
company
it is,
Don't
but-
say what
No.
jewelry company, but it's a
Yeah.
K and an R.
But does this jewelry company provide lovely gifts for the holidays?
Yes, Steve. they
High
do.
end at
High
low end
end
prices.
prices.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it's amazing.
No.
KR, you say,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, like
okay.
Kathy Romano.
Yeah,
It's
but
like that.
yeah, you blend those together.
Yeah, and it's a collection of jewelry. Happy holidays.
Last story. Debbie Allen, the actor who plays Dr. Catherine Avery on Grey's Anatomy, spoke with Entertainment Tonight at the Kennedy Center Honors about what fans can expect from the show's 20th season.
More crap.
The famed actor teased that the new season will be hot, unpredictable, and compelling. And she said, we are back. The strike is over, and it's going to be the greatest season.
Oh, they're going in a new direction. They're going to be compelling.
It's going to be a shorter season because of the strike. We're only going to get to do 10 episodes, but we have a lot to look forward to. It's always brand new, she said.
Have they listed the medical procedures, like 6 colonoscopies, an endoscopy? And
I didn't get that list if she did. When asked how long she plans to star in the series, she told the outlet, I'm there as long as I'm needed. It seems like I'm still needed, and I tell them, don't be killing me off yet. Not yet. Season 20 of Grey's Anatomy will premiere on ABC on March 4th.
It's astonishing.
Yeah. All right, we're ready for the clips. Eileen is the thriller mystery adaptation of Otessa Moshfegh's award-winning novel. And in this clip, Anne Hathaway talks about not knowing the plot twist.
Hadn't read the book, wasn't told in advance, and like you said, it was a total gut punch. And it was one of those ones where the thing that happens, and you're just like, wait, what? And you go back a couple pages and you go, oh my God, I think I know what they're doing, and this is crazy, and how do I get involved with this? This is amazing.
Eileen is now playing in theaters. Here's our next clip. In Family Switch, a family descends into chaos days before Christmas when a rare cosmic event causes the parents to swap bodies with their teenage kids. Here, Ed Helms talks about working with the movie's musical guest, Weezer.
Was how playful and committed and just all in they would be. And they really were. Like, they just were so present and ready to have a good time. I mean, there's versions of that where a band could show up and just be like, okay, where do you want me to stand? Like, what do you want me to do or whatever. But Weezer, psyched.
By the way. Story Entertainment Report said and done for this Thursday morning. We are going to break. We're going to spend some time together today. We're going to give you a concert announcement. We think you're going to enjoy that information, so stick around. We'll be back in just a little bit.
That's boring.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot stand that. So that's the, it's or it's like really, really loud. Oh my God. Hold on.
Go through it.
And then here's the long one. Oh, who put that in there? Hang on. Steve. Oh, you were doing that? Oh, I thought. God, this is bringing back memories.
And Preston, it wasn't as if there'd just be one alarm going off. There'd be multiple alarms going off, and they'd all be at different points in their cycle.
Mm-hmm. And they became so commonplace that nobody even looked twice when the alarm was going off.
And I think that's why they eventually just stopped using them.
Yeah.
We could put together a Preston and Steve sound effect car alarm.
Are you kidding me? Absolutely, we could. We have enough of them. No, wait, hold on. What are some? We need to do that. We need to do a series of them. I don't know if you have them all on the same page. Case, pull up the hotkeys here.
Jesus.
Here we go. Power! No.
Power! Power! Power!
That's the first part in the Viper, right? So pituation, and then.
I did see something else. This one was.
You noticed another thing.
I did notice another thing. I noticed things.
The noticer.
I'm the noticer.
Dun dun dun.
The Noticer. Preston Elliott stars as a man who notices things. Your gift is exceptional, sir. We can find a place for you in the government.
The Noticer.
I notice the Nazis are getting a little antsy. the noticer.
Antsy.
I think they're going to make a play for Poland. We knew that well in advance, thanks to the noticer, a national hero.
A man that saw or heard things that made a minor impact in his life.
I noticed something. Listen when the noticer speaks to you. If you ignore him to your own folly.
I am the noticer.
I notice around and around and around.
All right. Well, I did notice this.
You really don't do anything particular about it. You just notice it.
Yeah. It makes a minor
You
impact.
never really
for a
leave your
moment.
office. God, I used to love that Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Yeah.
Both versions. There was one with Jack Palance.
Yep.
And one with Dean Cain.
I remember
But
this.
Palance was always the best. Believe it or not. Or not. This chick has no legs and gets around on a skateboard. Believe it or not.
He always had a really weird way of delivering it.
yeah.
Believe it.
Or not.
You know, breathe and
This chick has just a neck with a nose and travels on the back of a border collie. Believe it or not. Remember his, I despise weak soup. Remember his Campbell's ads?
Yes.
I hate it. Robust soup. Every fiber of my being. This woman is just one nose and a hair and lives in the bottom of an old container.
Does she have a border collie?
Her border collie can type. Believe it or not. And yet the most fascinating story. Shlomo Labinovitz, who is simply an earlobe and a toenail taped together. And yet he is a completely functioning monorail. Believe it or not.
Are you sure it's a toenail? Could be a thumbnail.
It could be. I didn't look close enough.
U2 frontman and human rights activist Bono was named to Glamour's annual Women of the Year list.
Wow.
Okay.
Joining a group that includes...
Oh, that's great news.
Yes, that's
I
right.
had no idea.
Yeah.
We should get together and do half a mani-pedi. Oh, look at this. It's Bono. It's Bono. I'm sorry.
Bono marks the first male honoree in the list's 27-year history. They had written, Glamour said, when a major male rock star who could do anything at all with his life decides to focus on the rights of women and girls worldwide, well, that's worth celebrating.
Then how come John Madden never made the list?
And they said, we're proud to name that rock star Bono our first man of the year. The magazine cited Bono's Poverty is Sexist campaign, which is...
sexy?
Sexist.
Oh.
Which is specifically aimed at helping the world's poorest women. Poverty is
You wanna know
sexy.
what's very sexy? The impoverished. The way they just hold on to it's very sexual. And sometimes they'll lean in close to your mouth to smell the food that you had. And it's so hot. Poverty's sexy. And you can always convince them to go home with you. To steal a Gary Shandling joke. Actually, Gary Shandling used to do that about the bag ladies.
Oh, my God.
So easy to convince them to go home with you.
I love that they lean in just to smell the food on your breath.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was a steak.
We don't even have any left. You ate it all.
But I have to bring home for the dog. You understand.
Oh, God. All right. The whole group of girls leaning into his mouth.
Ladies, there's enough breath to go around.
But he said, the sexist, the Poverty is Sexist campaign.
Poverty is sexy.
The Poverty is Sexy campaign is specifically aimed at helping the world's poorest women, those who survive less than $2 a day.
Yeah, it's horrible.
The honorees will be celebrated November 14th at an event in Los Angeles hosted by actress Tracy Ellis Ross. So I don't know if Bono will be there. Maybe I would hope he would show up for something like that.
I'm sorry I couldn't be there to your event tonight, but I'm too busy breathing on people and making their week. Providing a subtle yet wonderful reminder of what food tastes like. Why are we honoring him again?
Bono, humanitarian.
You owe it to yourself as a pure nightmare. Something so disturbing.
Yeah.
The last Bob Hope, his Christmas special.
Yeah, which were legendary.
Yeah. This one, the last one, it's like he should have been put to sleep years before.
You mean actually put down like a vet would put down a...
Yes, just the way you do to a sick dog. You don't want to let them suffer any longer.
We're their advocate, and if we don't take care of them...
Yes.
Yeah.
He had a good run.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like Ray Walston with the dog in Mice and Men.
Yes. Yes.
I'll do it if you can't.
Yeah. and it's funny. That brings me... I went on with Robert Osborne, and he asked me to pick movies to show. And one of them was the original of Mice and Men.
Lon Chaney Jr.
Yeah, Lon Chaney and Burgess Meredith.
Yeah.
And that scene still works, the dog one.
If you are not a blobbering mess of slop when that's in both movies of the Gary Sinise as well, then you're an inhuman piece of filth.
Yes, and how it comes back later on in the movie where Lenny kills the girl.
Yeah,
and George goes, oh, no. And it comes back because, like, earlier, after when they find out Lenny killed the girl, that the old man says to George, he goes, I shouldn't have let him kill my dog. I should have killed him.
Yes. Right? Oh, my God.
It's just so upsetting.
Yeah.
But you realize now George has to go after Lenny.
No. And so you would have done the same with Bob Hope down by the river?
So there's a scene. You could find it on the internet.
Okay.
Where he's dressed up as Jack Frost with a big pointed hat and a little beard. And it's like, he has no idea his own name at this point. And when I watch this, I think, and his voice is like that, it's no longer the, hey, everybody.
I want to tell you.
Yeah. Now it's like, hey. And it's like, you watch it, and it looks like his wife's revenge. Like Dolores's revenge for all the screwing around that Bob Hope did on her.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah, we're watching it.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, look at him. The guy died 5 years before this was filmed.
I mean, I adore Bob Hope, but that's a mistake.
Oh, God.
Wow. Jesus.
How did we get on this topic?
Because because we needed him to... Gilbert makes the point that he should have been euthanized many years earlier.
Right.
Yes. And it's like Dolores is singing and dancing here. She's old, but she does what... And it switches back to him to go... That's me. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Cesar Romero, who played the Joker on Batman.
And did a brilliant job.
Yes. We should preface it with that. He did a brilliant job. And he was like, in his day, the Latin lover.
Absolutely.
And like
the mustache, the whole thing.
Oh, yeah. And he would be with all the beautiful actresses.
Yes.
But he in real life, he was gay.
Yeah.
And what he was into was he'd gather up a bunch of his boy toys. And he'd stand there.
How do you know this?
Trust me. He would pull down his pants and underwear, and depending on who you hear it from, you always hear slight variation. Some people said he stood ankle deep in water.
Ankle deep in warm
I
water.
guess it added to it. And while these boy toys would fling orange wedges at his ass.
God, what the?
And so
You know, you've told that on this show, but I still love hearing it. I just the level. I mean, I think I told you the story that I heard, and this is one that I've heard from a few sources. But about Raymond Burr, have you heard that?
Well, I mean, I know a gay, but I didn't hear any.
His deal was he had a clear picnic table.
Oh, wait a second. Wait.
We have to watch how we say it.
Now, I heard it with Danny Thomas.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, okay, so I don't believe any of it now.
And with Danny Thomas, if you ask the right people.
All right. Which means some of these stories might lack credibility, but they're still fun.
They'll say, oh, you mean make room for duty? Or the other one is make poo for daddy. And that I heard it with Danny Thomas that he would have a glass coffee table. And hired hookers to take a dump on the table. And
he'd be underneath it.
Now, a variation I heard is sometimes
somebody from the Fresh Beat Band.
See, and that's your traffic on 93.3 WMMR.
All right, thank you, Kathy. You guys, later on, you want to play a game this morning?
Absolutely.
We got some stuff to give away.
I think it's one of my favorite games, too.
Get a contest underway. But in the meantime, there's something else I'd rather do right now. We have not opened up the store and gone through the odds and ends in a little while later.
General Store.
Yeah.
That's the proprietor, Preston Elliott, waving you on in. Hopes you have a good shopping experience.
Holiday.
There's literally every goddamn thing on earth in this store.
There is, and in fact, we will start in the automotive section of the store.
This general store.
It's got a little. It's got an automotive section. And I had stumbled across this while dusting the shelves, and I had never heard this term before. It's a TikTok trend celebrating what is known as cigarette cars. And when I explain this to you, and I think eventually you will know if you've seen a cigarette car or not.
I feel like I passed one yesterday. I hadn't seen one in a long time.
Give me an idea of what you're talking about.
Okay, so this one, and I actually kind of wanted it as I was passing by it, but it would look like it was like a 1992 Chevy Cavalier.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
So, wait, why are they called cigarette cars?
Because, why do you think?
I'm thinking about what's going on inside the car at that time period.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody
overfilled ashtray,
smoking, and just puffing away. So cigarette cars are old, run-down, and often rusty cars that folks love despite their glaring faults and looming demise. They exist on a spectrum, and there are no tangible qualities that are required for a vehicle to qualify as a cigarette car. And Casey, let me explain just a couple more details here. Most commonly, cigarette cars are rundown 80s, 90s, and 2000s American cars that have lived hard lives and have the scars to show it. Chevy Luminas, Dodge Dakotas, Saturn SCs, and virtually any Oldsmobile, Mercury, or Plymouth. Cars that you can envision a middle-aged woman in Kentucky whipping around with one hand on the wheel and the other one flicking a lipstick-stained Virginia Slim Ultralight menthol out the window between wrinkled lip drags and medically alarming smoker's hacks.
I like legit going through like a midlife crisis right now, and like sometimes it alarms me and scares me, and then other times I'm like, okay, there's gonna another end of this, but like right now I'm in a very nostalgic point in my crisis, and I literally was looking online. It was either this weekend or this past weekend. I was interested in buying like a 1988 or 89 Chevy Celebrity. Because it's what my mom drove back in that day.
How far did you go down? Did you find?
I found a few actually.
And do you mind if I ask what they cost?
It actually really wasn't that bad.
Okay.
But I was looking for one that was well cared for.
Yes, of course.
Not one that has got cigarette burns in the seats or anything like that. And I was very specific about a color as well. I wanted it to be lighter in color.
There's a scene in this movie, Casey, that's on Hulu. It came out around Halloween, and it's the actress who played Sabrina on the Netflix series. It's called Totally Killer. And Preston, she gets a ride to school. She's transported back to the 80s, and she gets a ride to school, and the door opens up, and cigarette smoke comes wafting out, and it's a cigarette car. Exactly that.
So there are no strict requirements for a car to qualify as a cigarette car. It's more of a vibe that a car embodies. And yes, the Pontiac Vibe embodies the cigarette car vibe.
Sure.
A rusty Ford F-150 can be a cigarette car. A clapped-out Lexus LS with peeling paint and smashed headlights can be a cigarette car. Any vehicle that's looking worse for wear but still chugging on down the road is eligible for the title of a cigarette car.
My friend's mother had a Pacer, and she was like a chain smoker. So that was that had the overfilled ashtray. Everything sort of had a yellow tinge to it.
Yeah.
Dude, I passed by a Pacer that was for sale the other day, and I can't remember where it was.
Really?
Yes.
Just on the side of the road with a window or with a sign.
road, yeah, and it was like in like a lot, but like I'm trying to, like, my mind's eye, trying to remember, like, what kind of a lot would it, because I don't think it was in a commercial
It wasn't Pacer
lot.
World, was it?
No, it wasn't like a commercial lot. It was a private lot. But it was out and I'm like, where the hell was that?
Yeah.
I think I was just see what they were asking for it.
Occasionally, I'll see a cigarette car that's got like a quarter panel that's, the car is black, but the quarter panel is maroon.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Oh my God. And the upholstery, as is mentioned, always the burnt holes, a couple of burnt holes from cigarettes that were dropped.
Yeah, but the outside of it, you'll see some peeling paint, maybe a side mirror that's dangling or something like that, and they keep on driving it.
I had my first cars were that. My first car ever was a Bonneville, and man, that thing was a tank. It is absolutely a cigarette car.
So yeah, I had a girlfriend who had a Cutlass, Oldsmobile Cutlass. That was definitely a cigarette car.
My brothers and I inherited my grandmother's 80. I think it was an 88 Buick Skylark, and it was white on the outside and blue plush interior on the inside. That was the one where she told my dad, "What do I need a cassette player for?"
Cassette.
And so it had an AM FM radio, which was great. But man, when we got it from her, it had like 12,000 miles on it. It was in great condition because she never drove anywhere. And then my brothers and I beat the crap out of it.
So many of these American generic cars have come and gone that you can say names like Chevy Lumina and stuff like that, and I have no idea. I mean, they all had a similar vibe to them.
Right.
I know the Lumina, though.
Do you?
Yeah, I could pick out a Lumina. No doubt. I could, but the Beretta, the Lumina, yeah.
Well, several companies have disappeared too, like Oldsmobile, Saturn. Those are all gone. Like these
AMC, right? Is AMC still around?
No, AMC's been gone for a long time.
Mercury's been gone for a long time.
I had a Ford Montego, and Preston, I think, as I recall, it did not have power steering.
Mercury, well, listen, Mercury might be
Mercury was
gone now. It hasn't been gone for a long time because my friend had what's the Mercury version of the Ford Explorer? What the hell was that? The Mercury, not the Topaz. That was the
Store.
Look up Mercury SUV and see what comes up.
Mountaineer.
Yeah. My friend had a Mountaineer within the last decade.
Okay. All right. Well,
2011.
2011. All right. That was anyway. They
that's
don't make
the last
Mercuries
year.
anymore.
Yeah.
So if you drive a cigarette car, good on you. Apparently, it's it's kind of a thing now.
Yeah.
It's like
You're trendy.
This is a little TikTok trend now. Congratulations.
Right. So you're seeing
you're on trend.
the top level hot spots in the city, Preston. You're seeing like a Pacer pull up.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So anyhow, I'd never heard of a. Now we're going to stay in the automotive section.
All right. It's huge, by the way, this general store.
So I say this cautiously. I cautiously agree with this, okay? So with the holiday season, parking, it's a premium. It's tough out there in the parking lot.
Yeah, in the real world.
It can get ugly when you get into a parking lot.
Oh,
The question was put forward. Should you park forward or back into your chosen parking space?
here we go.
There's a whole scenario.
Now I'm not a back renter. You guys know that. When I hate it. I find it annoying because if you're behind someone and they pull up to a spot, in order to back in, they have to go past the spot a little bit, then back in, and thus creates confusion to the person who's behind them who thought, hey, that guy's passing that spot. I can take it now. That's what I hate about backer-inners. But Gary Bubar, traffic safety specialist with AAA Michigan, said that it's actually better to back in if you can during this busy season.
Oh, wow.
Because the biggest chance of a fender bender is people backing out of a spot because of the blind spots.
Okay. Well, I would say this, if I may jump in here. My car and some of the newer cars have the
the wide camera angle,
wide camera
right?
angle
Yeah.
proximity
They're
detection
good.
that'll show you an arrow of somebody coming in that direction. Preston, I agree with you 100%. And it's on the initial non-holiday backer inner. The problem is that many of the backer inners are not good at it. And so it takes 2 or 3 times before they're lined up properly to do it.
No, if it's going to do that, you got to back in one swoop and go right in. I am a backer inner. Casey is too, but not in a busy parking lot. If somebody's behind me and all of that. However, I do have to tell you, there's one place that I don't back into if I'm in the main parking lot. If I go on the side parking lot, I can back in, and that's Target, because then you can't access your trunk.
Yeah.
All the stuff
There
that
you
you've
go.
purchased.
Exactly.
Unless you're on the side of the Target at Plymouth Meeting, where then the sidewalk is where you back into, and it's easy to load everything that you've purchased at Target into your trunk.
I'm a proud backer inner. I'll go to my grave thinking it's the better way to do it. Do you back into your driveway?
Every
me
time.
too.
I joke with my neighbors because I'm at a corner, and like I will get out and like stop traffic so that I can back into my driveway. I'm like, hold it, I gotta back into my driveway.
You know what, Nick? I had my son and his friend in the car, and I backed into our driveway. And he was like, dude, that was amazing. I was like, thank you. I'm good at it. And I have to disagree with something you said, Steve, because I feel like if you're not a good backer inner, then you're not going to back in. I think
I disagree with that.
The only backer inners are good
People who
backer
know how to
inners.
do it.
I
Who
think
know what they're doing.
that's
Who can do it quick.
patently incorrect. I have absolute evidence that I've sat there while I've done a 200-point turn attempting to back in. They're not all pro-level
Well, I'm
backer
saying
inners.
majority of backer inners
You know what though?
were good.
What causes some issues, I think, are the very big SUVs and the pickup trucks trying to pull forward in. They're doing like 3 points to try to get that big, so it's actually easier and takes less time for them to back in.
By the way, happenstance, I found out I just got a new car, and it has parking assist, and now I never use it, but they include in the parking assist menu backing the car into a spot.
All right.
And I didn't know that was.
Oh, wow.
I always thought it was simply just for parallel parking.
Yeah.
Man, I saw somebody backing into that Wawa down on Belmont, and I am a proud backer inner, but not on that Wawa. It's just never,
You're
ever
playing
do
with
that
your
one.
life.
Was there traffic?
Yes.
Because, I mean, again, I don't back into a spot in a busy parking lot if there's somebody behind me.
There's that side road, Casey, that like when you're pulling onto Belmont, it goes up into Belmont Hills or whatever. They were doing it from that side road, but still.
I'll tell you what, Nick. Listen. I agree with I love the concept of being facing forward when you're pulling out of a spot, and I will pull through a spot to the other. I know you do that.
Yeah,
as
I'm a
well,
puller
Preston.
through.
Yeah, pull her
I'll
through.
pull her through her.
I just
As opposed to a backer inner.
Like doing it every day, you get used to it, and you're pretty good at it.
Talking about backer inners, I got this lovely text here. It says, I said people have to pull past the spot and then back in. It says, that little stick on your steering column can help with all the confusion you're feeling, Mr. Presbo. First of all, okay, I'm not the one doing the backing in.
That's right.
The a-hole in front of me is. And I am convinced, Mr. Texter, that there are some people that don't have a turn signal in their car because they don't goddamn use it.
Yeah.
By the way,
They don't use it.
there you go.
I want to drop the F-bomb so bad right now.
This guy?
You can. You have a button.
No, to people who don't use it. That's a whole other ball of wax.
But Mr. Texter is correct in that while he brings up the point, when you are pulling, you need to use your signal to indicate to the people behind you what you're doing.
You need to use your signal anytime.
Right.
Because, and just teaching a 16-year-old to drive recently, my last one, by the way, what I tell them is, this is your open communication to the rest of everyone else of these are my intentions.
That's what I say.
So I am not impeding what you have to do, so you know what I'm doing.
You're not going to get this spot.
Come
or
on.
parallel parking or whatever. You need to do that. I had this very same thing happen yesterday when it appeared to me that a guy just simply stopped dead on Presidential, no signal, no nothing, and I'm like,
why?
What are you doing? And he turned into the lot. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Uh-huh.
You son of a bitch.
He made a dead stop before turning?
Yeah.
What is he, 5?
I know!
Oh, my God. And I will say often, I'll go, oh, you just failed your driver's test. Because that's all it takes. It takes one time to turn without a turn signal, and you fail.
Why do you think they make you do it? You're driver's test.
Damn people.
Preston, I think I've encountered my version of your guy going down the Northeast Extension, the pickup truck dude. I have a guy now. And
Really?
It's around the same time every day. And
God.
I go northbound on 476. You go southbound on 476 to get to work.
Yep.
And I didn't want to get too into it, but it's he's coming out of Delaware, and he blows past me at like 85, 90 miles an hour. And
Coming out of Delaware?
yeah, well, like I've seen his tags more than once. Case.
Okay.
And it's the same car, and I'm like, he is in such a hurry. I don't know. I think it's very similar to the thing that you've encountered a bunch of times.
My guy's not only in a hurry, he just drives mean.
This guy does too.
Tailgates.
By the way, I think we've had verification that your guy is sociopathic. That
He also is not in a hurry. Like,
right.
Judging by the time of day, I know where he works.
He's just
we did some research.
we have research.
He just doesn't care.
Yeah, he's aggressive and an a-hole.
But anyhow, listen, it's
the holidays.
Just use your signal.
Relax.
Use your signal.
Yeah.
All
It
right.
is the holidays.
All right, I want to move on to something else.
And give people around you money.
All right, now we're going to the pet
I'm
section.
too wound up now.
I know. I was getting a
I
little
want to
fired
pet
up,
something now.
and I wanted to move on. So, all right, using data from World Atlas, Stats Panda ranked the deadliest animals in the world based on the number of humans they kill per year.
Okay, so if you're looking for a pet to buy, this is a good list.
Yeah, this is a good list.
Yeah.
That's the only way I could tie it into the store was if we have a pet section. So these are, the most dangerous animals in the world based on the number of humans they kill per year. And the first one is way out there, way above any other animal. And this is I don't
Are we
want to
including insects?
Yes, we are including insects because I want to say multi-celled organisms.
Yes.
Would be on this list.
This is an obvious one, but people don't think it's obvious, right? It's the mosquito.
Yeah, it's a mosquito.
There you go.
Over 1 million people.
Horrible pet, by the way.
Yeah, terrible.
Yeah.
I mean,
will
they're
not fetch at all.
They're not very cuddly. Over 1 million deaths per year. So that's number one on the list.
I think, by the way, most of those preventable.
Probably.
If you
if you run away screaming.
No. If you get malaria is very treatable, and so if malaria kills however many people a year, you could stop that.
Right.
All right. So, and I always thought that this was true, and I felt like I did it when I was a kid. But did you ever hear that if a mosquito lands on you, let's say it lands on your bicep, and
Flex.
you flex, you could blow it up.
I have no idea if that's. I have a feeling that's probably urban legend because it's sucking the blood.
If you can force blood flow, I think, Casey, it would have to be on a vein, right? I mean, something. But simply, if you're flexing and it's just simply in a.
I feel like I've done it. Maybe it didn't explode on its own like I was a superhero, but I flexed and then smushed it, and there was a whole bunch of blood there.
Was it just blown away by your bicep?
Probably.
It's exploded out of sheer.
Oh my God!
awe.
How much you bench, bro?
Nick, can you search on that urban legend, please, if you would, please? All right, so followed by that, number 2 on the list are human beings.
Oh.
Human beings kill more human beings than almost any other animal at 475,000 a year.
That's it? I swear, I could have sworn it was more.
Human beings who kill other human beings are the luckiest. No, that's not how it goes.
So that's way above the third place, which is snakes.
I thought snakes would be in there.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, snakes, obviously venomous.
Snakes kill over 50,000 people per year. And then this is surprising, followed by that, dogs.
Yeah.
At 25,000 deaths per year as far as being the deadliest animals in the sheer number of humans that are killed. Then you have the tsetse fly, the assassin bug, the freshwater snail.
Wait, what's an assassin bug?
I don't know.
And why the freshwater snail?
That's a good question.
They have guns.
But all 3 of those kill over 10,000 people a year.
What?
Yeah.
I've not heard of the assassin bug.
Then you have the Ascaris roundworm and tapeworm, followed by those.
Okay, so these are things that carry parasites. Same with the freshwater snail.
Okay. All right. So they're the carrier, and when you encounter that as a human being, it can kill you.
Oh my God! And this snail, sorry, I'm obsessed with the snail.
okay.
Infects nearly 250 million people.
Wow.
Where are they?
And
Asia, Africa, South America.
And 10,000 people die a year from that.
Wow.
From the snail.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
After the tapeworm, then we start getting into the more vicious type of animals that you would imagine. So crocodile,
of course,
is on the list at 1,000. followed by the hippo. The hippo.
The hippo is Baruto.
Bien hippo. 500 a year. Wow. Then you have an elephant.
Yeah.
100. Lion at 100.
Man, could you imagine being like... Because I've seen... Did you watch that movie with Idris Elba?
Yes.
The Lion Jaws?
Yeah, it was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But, man, could you imagine having one of those things just bearing down on you?
I mean, you've been up close. You've seen the claws. You've seen the teeth. You know, it's not fun.
Joe Rogan has a bit, and it's a true story about this Bengal tiger who... Well, it was two different Bengal tiger bits, but he talks about the one that jumped the fence at the zoo and attacked those people. And he said, like, when the tiger eventually attacked the person, the guy probably his all those endorphins and all that sort of stuff you know what I mean? Like he ends up just tripping balls like at the very last second because
You're so terrified.
You're so terrified. Right. I have no idea like how you would be able to process that. Like at what point would you just
I think at a certain point you'd say, I am being attacked by a tiger.
Yeah, I have got to. Oh, look at the time. And then the last two on the list are a bear at 10 deaths per year.
Not that much.
And a shark at 10 deaths per year.
So sharks and bears get bad raps. They end up in the bizarre file a lot. Bear probably most often.
But
alligators.
But as far as sheer numbers, no.
Crocodile.
Crocodiles, but not alligators in that case. All right, so concerning the myth of a mosquito flexing your muscles, and this is according to mosquito.buzz, which is all about mosquitoes.
That's where I go with all my mosquito questions.
Apparently, if a mosquito is biting you and you flex that muscle, this is the myth, the mosquito will explode. Despite how strange and satisfying that would be to see, the only way to make a mosquito physically burst from too much blood is to sever its ventral nerve cord. Unfortunately, this cannot be done by simply flexing your guns. Bummer.
Okay.
So,
all right.
So no dice. It's a myth. All right. We are now going to the revenge section.
Oh, the revenge section is the news section of the store.
It's brand new.
Very popular.
This is the story of a Canadian traffic reporter, and we have audio of this, Casey. We should. This is from yesterday. She stopped a troll dead in their tracks when she issued a scathing response to an email criticizing her appearance. Her name is Leslie Horton. She was in the midst of giving her usual traffic report for her network, which is called Global News Morning Calgary, when she saw red and stopped to address a viewer who had sent an unsolicited fat-shaming email bashing her appearance and her choice of wardrobe. So she reads the text and responds to it. Listen to this, Kathy.
Okay.
You're going to love this.
Just going to respond to an email that I just got saying congratulations on your pregnancy. If you're going to wear old bus driver pants, you have to expect emails like this. So thanks for that. No, I'm not pregnant. I actually lost my uterus to cancer last year. And this is what women of my age look like. So if it is offensive to you, that is unfortunate. Think about the emails that you send.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Kid
great.
cancer.
That's
she
amazing.
She can't have children.
Yeah.
And this
Good for
a-hole
her.
is jumping all over her.
Oh man, how do I put this? A friend of mine, I'll call it that, got a similar email. She sent it to me. And it was so offensive. I mean, we were laughing. I was like, is this person for real? Like, I mean, told her that I'm trying to pull,
Paraphrase?
I'm trying to pull it up. I have the screenshots, but it's not downloading. I wanted to read you guys some of the lines. If it comes up, I'll read it to you. But I mean, the one said, maybe if you lose 25 pounds when you smile, I'll be able to see your eyes.
Oh my God.
Like it was.
Is this person?
It's a TV person.
Yes, a TV person. So I said to her, I go, you need to reply back. And then at the end of the letter, it says, love your friend or your friend or something. I said, just reply back, dear friend. Go F yourself.
Yeah.
Love so-and-so.
Right.
And that friend would then go to her boss and go, this is how your people treat your viewers?
Yeah.
So the moment went viral on TikTok. Someone posted it, and thousands of viewers applauded her, obviously, for standing her ground. And Global News even posted the clip to show their solidarity with the reporter. She was diagnosed with endometrial cancer in 2020 and often shared news of her progress and treatments with her audience. So, people knew about this. Her fellow reporter, Sean O'Shea, also showed his support, deeming Horton's comeback as the clapback of the year. She's been there for 26 years. at this television station. And after reading all the positive messages, she wrote, "Thanks to all of your kind messages this morning. It took me hours to stop shaking, but I'm shaking it off." She didn't name the person who sent the email on air. She did reveal that she was familiar with the sender. She said he's reached out several times over the years, and his intent is always to humiliate and hurt me. So this is a troll.
Yeah.
Somebody who regularly goes after a traffic reporter.
I mean, come on.
Come on, man.
It's the weather people you got to go after.
What are your thoughts on not identifying versus identifying the troll?
I would identify this person. I know some people say, well, that's just the attention they want. I don't care. Here, take some of this crap from people. Here, I would.
Yeah.
Screw you.
I don't know where I stand. I think my inclination would probably to not be.
I go back and forth on it, Steve, a lot of time, and I think my initial emotional reaction is absolutely put it out there, and then I think about maybe what the consequences are. Not only for me, but for that person. I don't know. I really don't know what the answer is.
I don't care about the person. I think it makes her look classier that she didn't. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It makes her look better.
I agree with that.
Who cares about?
I can see that.
About that person.
Yeah. I guess.
I'm just saying in this instance, and
Right.
Preston's playing that, and I'm thinking, you know what I mean? Like she's not even. She doesn't care that much to give this person's name.
I think it's a personal decision, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
I guess I've got too much in me of, you know what, F you.
Right.
What do you do? I've done nothing to you. I've done nothing to you. The problem is you. You know what I mean?
Well, that's
Though
it.
you have had people, trolls, and you haven't exposed them. And so it's not, I think, in the, you don't want to give the intention. The way with me, I always assume it this way. That is simply part of the job. That is that is one of the down parts of the job that you encounter that periodically. So this woman though went through a traumatic cancer battle.
I mean, come on.
And that
that's
obviously, that's heavy duty.
That's part of it too. And the pregnant thing, you can't throw that at a woman.
Oh man, if you've ever made the mistake of innocently saying, "Oh, congratulations,"
and the fact that this person has regularly done that over the years, enough's enough.
Well, and I
Time's
think,
up, brother.
And listen, we talk about celebrities, we talk about people in Hollywood and who's gained weight and who's had plastic surgery and all of that. So we're a little bit hypocritical, but I can tell. I think you would all agree if somebody has gained weight or there's something wrong with their face or whatever, they're the first people to know. You don't need to tell them that.
Right. I'm going to go to you just a second, Marissa, but I remember there's years ago when we kind of first started here, within the first 3-4 years or whatever, and I was fat. I was heavy, and there was a guy that used to email me all the time, and he used to rip on me about being fat. And one time he slipped up and he sent some bit of information that allowed me to find out who he was. I found out who he was and I called him.
Oh, you called him?
I called him.
Bill Weston.
Like,
Who is this?
he had slipped up and I called him and confronted him, and I'll never forget it. I'm like, I'm just curious, did I ever do anything to you personally? Have we ever met?
Or is it just offensive that I'm fat?
And he was just like, no, never met. I'm like, well, why? He's like, it's just, something to do in the day is what he said. He's like, it's kind of something to get the boredom out of the way. And I'm like, and I was playing really nice. I'm like, well, if you would like to meet up sometime and talk about this, I'm available.
Yeah.
And I never heard from the guy again.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Marissa?
I'm so glad you guys brought this up. So to the very nice gentleman who DM'd me the other day and said, you're like 40, you should stop taking photos with your tongue sticking out, and you look like an 8-year-old. Dude, I am 40.
Yeah.
And I have anxiety and image issues. And every time you post a photo of yourselves, you look at it and you try to examine what somebody's going to criticize and what you think is going to look good. And if you just post a photo on your stories, I did not offend you. And to you, the 3 beautiful children that you have in your account, I hope you give them all of the confidence in the world and do not treat them like the DM that you sent me.
No, man.
Thank you.
Come on. Lay off, man.
Or just unfollow me.
Yeah, or that. How about that?
Please, if I'm bothering you so much.
Always remember the inflammatory, incendiary nature of all of this stuff, of social media, and that's the nature of it. That's the playground. It's like going onto a battlefield and being surprised by war.
There are times you just heard me kind of exhale there. There are times where I'm just like, that's a frustrated and also I'm too goddamn tired to to get too mad about it sometimes. You know what I
Nick
mean?
is putting on weight.
Man, you said the out loud part.
Damn it.
That's supposed to stay in your head, dude. Trying to lose it app and everything.
Why? Why?
I'm so mad I can't download these screenshots because we were like,
I don't even want to see him.
but it was, I mean, it talked about the Spanx that she's wearing underneath her dresses. Like, it was unbelievable.
Wow. This is not cool.
They're
That's all
not
there's to
nice
it.
people. They're also wonderful people.
There are. Yes.
Who
Listen,
sign.
the majority of them, I mean, over the
The
years,
majority are wonderful.
how many of those, you get a handful,
let it
whatever.
go.
But think about
Frozen.
all of the people that, watch you on TV or listen to you on the radio or, whatever. The majority of them are not sending ridiculous things like that.
Do you see it as just like it's part of the job? It's what
Yeah.
it's what you it's what you.
Well, yes, when you use the right side of your brain, you do. It's when you react to stuff,
Right.
like and
It's the classic Frasier episode, Nick.
No,
Yeah.
your advice is 100% salient. I wish that I could adhere to it every
I
time,
know,
but I'm
yeah.
also human, and like most humans, I have emotions.
Right.
And
You were born
occasionally
to make mistakes.
Yeah. And sometimes those mistakes you regret, and other times and Casey and I have talked about this a million times. There are plenty of days where it's just like you laugh at it and you move on and you go about the next thing and you get to the whatever's happening next in your life. And then there are other days where it sticks with you, and maybe
That's
it's
a good
because you
point.
didn't sleep well the night before, and it's also just. We've said this a bajillion times too, but just remember, somebody might not be having a good day, and it's not that hard to treat people with kindness.
Yeah. And use your turn signal.
And God damn it!
Oh, by the way,
come on!
There is an edit in the original Friday the 13th where Jason Voorhees was doing just wonderfully until someone said, "Aren't those pants kind of tight?"
And the rest
That
is
was it.
history.
That's all I needed.
It's too bad. All right, let's end on a lighter note. I don't know if I have any lighter notes. Hang on
Come
a
on,
second
man. Don't we
here.
have a lighter note section in the store?
All right. Here's the what?
I have to ask about trying to find something in a particular section of a store. So I'm going to ask the general
Okay.
Ooh, can I
store
help you?
owner.
Maybe I can help you.
Because I have been to a few different stores. I just need a new pitcher to put either, I bought Tang, or iced tea in. And the pitcher that we have, I don't like, and I just need like a regular gallon pitcher.
Yeah.
I was in Target the other day, and I'm like, where are the pitchers?
It's in the home section, back
Where?
behind. Well, okay, it depends on what Target you went to, but usually it's like after like the
kitchenware.
Seems kind of a standard item.
It's usually on like a special table outside of kitchenware.
Okay, and I'm talking like plastic Tupperware-ish type of.
Like the plastic stuff.
Not like a glass one where I'm
but
like
you
filthy rich
want
tons
like
of
the
money.
one with like the old school like top that go. Is that what you want?
Yeah, where you can turn it closed, or for some reason it has that like strainer opening.
Right,
or,
Preston,
Well,
you
they might
can
not
probably
have
see it right
that.
next to Pecan. Pitcher City just opened up.
No!
Pitcher City.
That's what that is. They just put the sign up. I was wondering what they were putting there.
Casey, initially I thought you were pulling a Greg Monhan because you said I needed a new pitcher, and I thought you meant a new picture, and I was like,
Oh,
Where do they sell pictures of me at Target?
No, they do have case. They do have plastic ones. Let's see if they have them. Yeah, in stock in the store. You missed it.
Now, have you looked online, or you want to go out and physically?
it's
You
always-
want to hold it and check it out and
Stroke it.
massage it.
Can
and
I give you
kiss it.
a shopping
Yeah.
tip, Case?
Yeah.
Especially.
I killed it.
Sorry.
Especially in places like Target, Michael's does it too, but you're looking for a picture. If you download the app, you have the app on your phone,
Yeah.
and you look it up, you're in the store, you can't find it, it will tell you what aisle it's in.
Really?
Yes.
You can do this too.
I need that.
Go to security.
Okay.
Tell them that you lost your mommy the last time you saw her was where they had the pictures.
Can you please
That's a
direct
good
me?
idea.
That's good too.
Yeah.
That is good.
Oh,
they
it's
have
right
the-
over here, son.
The pictures. Okay.
Mommy.
What other shopping questions do you have?
Nothing. This is so here. I just saw this article that said half of women and 36% of men want money for Christmas this year. A poll of 1,000.
That's
Americans
what I want.
the Statista survey found that gift cards, clothes, and shoes were also on adults' holiday list. 24% of men want smartphones, tablets, and accessories. 42% of women are looking forward to receiving cosmetics, perfume, and other body care products. You know what's interesting about that? Because I have a hard time coming up with unique gift ideas for even
Sure.
Rochelle, the person I know
Right.
more than anyone in the world. But, the cosmetics and things like that, Kathy, it always seems just kind of like a throwaway gift to me, But is it like me, where if you give me golf balls and you're thinking this is not a really original gift, I like getting golf balls.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you go Ulta.
I think it depends on who the person is, because I'm pretty, specific in what I use.
Yeah.
So, you
But
probably
like a set of brushes and stuff like that.
but that's. I mean, I guess for your wife, yeah. But if like for me, I use specific brushes. So like you're not going to go out and get the right brushes. But again, that's me. I'm very.
If I may jump in, Kathy, I think you're exactly right. I think it's a very specific thing and your specific taste and the specific way you apply your makeup or whatever. But Preston, in places that would sell that, you could get sort of a pampering,
They have gift sets.
gift sets.
So that would be something, maybe like, the sponges to apply the makeup, or sometimes they'll do like the face masks or the under eye little things that you put up, like, so stuff like that.
Is that the equivalent of golf balls for a golfer, you think?
But that's like every year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you think
I get
that's
that
a
stuff every
throwaway.
year. It's just, But anyway, 42% of women say
Get her a vacuum cleaner.
They look forward to receiving this. Dude, I remember one year she asked me for a vacuum cleaner. I'm like, are you sure?
Am I being set up?
Are you really? Is that what you really
Because that's
want?
the gift that the dumb guy gets in every sitcom.
Totally.
Start cleaning, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
That
And
should be
no,
the card.
she was very stoked that I got her vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, Mike Claire told me one time, and I got her a vacuum cleaner.
I think I got a vacuum for Christmas one time
Did
too.
you?
Yeah.
Here's
Don't
an
worry.
iron.
If we tell you that, it's okay. No, you can't just pick it.
No?
No.
No?
It's got to be a request.
Here's an iron and a frying pan and a vacuum cleaner.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
These are condoms you can put on me.
Right. 23% of women want books for Christmas.
Books!
A gift idea that didn't crack the top 8 for men.
So my wife is a voracious reader, and I got her. I thought it would be funny one time. I went to Barnes and Noble, and I got her a gift card, and I was like, and I made it for some random number. It was like, here's a gift card for $19.37. She thought I gave her a gift card,
used gift card?
that was used
Yeah,
already,
yeah.
and so the gag was completely
Lost.
It's not even that funny.
That's good.
But you know what I read yesterday is that Barnes & Noble, Dave and Buster's, are also the owners of Barnes & Noble. So
Okay.
Dave's last name is Barnes and Buster's last name is Noble.
Can we do a little check on that?
No idea.
Yeah.
That's legit?
Yeah, no. But it is an internet trend going on right now where people want to make other people believe that that is true.
Okay.
Have you guys?
So it's not
Hilarious.
true?
It is not true.
That's as funny as the $19 and $37 gift card.
What was funny? Because one was my idea, the other was the internet's idea.
Yeah.
The gift card.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Anyhow,
I want to have one of those whenever you say something that's not funny.
we're going to close up shop now.
Oh,
folks.
no, that was killer stuff.
Thank you for swinging by. We do appreciate it. By the way, Dave and Buster's, I don't know the guy's last name.
David Corriveau and James W. Buster Carley.
All right. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
It's not Barnes and Noble. All right. Let us take a break. Are these to be? Well, we're gonna do a contest in a little
Yeah,
while.
but
So we
you know
got
what?
some stuff
These
to
are
give
to
away.
be.
All right. These are to be.
Or not to be.
Oh, we can do this now.
We can be those now.
No, Christmas Miracle.
Oh!
Yeah.
It's a Christmas miracle. Yeah.
Yep. This event is coming up on December 20th, and we have our first passes to give away, and it's the first time we've done this in Phoenixville at the Colonial Theater, presented by Miller Lite, the Ugly Sweater Edition. We'll have the Miller Lite Ugly Sweater Contest and everything. There's all kinds of great prizes that we will have to give away. Anyone in attendance will be in the audience will have prize drawings all morning. So here's the deal, though. You, the caller that gets through, and we do this for our biggest fans, people who have been listening for years, will have the chance to possibly be called up to be a part of a contest. And we're changing our contest up this year. It's going to be a little bit different, all right? I know in years past we've done all trivia about the Preston and Steve show, but we are going to try some new things this year since we're in a new location.
Yes, it's 2.0.
And we'd like to get you on board. So we'll take our first 5 callers right now that would like to go. Now, you need to be available. It's a check-in is at 6 a.m., you got to be at least 21 for the Miller Lite Ugly Sweater Contest, but it's an all-ages event. There will be other beer and liquor-related prizes. You have to be 21 to win those. 215-263-WMMR. Nothing but the biggest of Preston and Steve fans. Please, because that's why we do this.
I want to say thank you.
Thank you for all the years of being with us on this radio
We know you
program.
use your signals.
Yeah, so 215-263-WMMR. We'll take the first 5 callers who can make it to the event on the 20th. It's a Thursday morning in Phoenixville at the Colonial Theater. We'll be back in just a second. Bizarre File stories are coming up.
Now, I heard the Fresh Beat Band is hired out to take
do
a
that?
dump on people's tables.
They don't have a show anymore, so they gotta,
But
Extra fresh.
I heard, judging by who you hear it from, that Danny Thomas would sometimes wear a priest outfit.
A priest outfit.
Dear God.
See, here's the deal with this stuff, and I think there's a lot of this that's been embellished. But the truth of the matter is, you were dealing with a lot of wealth.
Yes.
If your inclination was to do anything sort of perverted, you had a total resource.
But how the hell do you find out that you like standing ankle deep in warm water and having people throw orange wedges at your ass? At some point or another, it's got to happen by accident, or you need to hear about it.
Oh, that felt good.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then by accident, how does it happen by accident?
Well, here's I was shopping.
How do you all of a sudden are in a room with someone, bare ass, and they throw an orange wedge at your ass?
So you think of the possible scenarios. You go to an outdoor proctologist. A flash flood occurs. You're in mid-exam, and he, while picking up something to throw over to you, or throw you an umbrella, his lunch is on the table,
Right, or they-
with
yeah.
his orange wedges.
Out of excitement, he knocks it off the table, and an orange wedge hits you in the ass.
And he's like, oh, sweet mystery of life.
Yes.
So I think
you can't just wake up in the morning and go, oh, it'd be a real turn on an orange wedge hitting me in the ass.
The Fox News Channel's Megyn Kelly writes in her new book about being sexually harassed by the network's former head, Roger Ailes, who was ousted earlier this year amid similar allegations from several women.
I want to fart in your face.
Is that Ailes?
Oh, my God.
That big slob. The
What is going on?
he just impresses me as such a disgusting guy.
That's his thing?
That's his thing.
I did not know.
Oh, you didn't know that?
I want to fart in your face.
Oh my God.
You've seen him, right? He's like something out of Dune. He's like one of the,
Baron von Harkonnen.
Yeah.
Vladimir Harkonnen.
He really just looks really bad. He should be hooked up to she comes into the room, he's hooked up to the hoses flying in the air.
Come over here. I'll fart in your face.
God.
It's can't deal with it.
And who would come over there? Nobody.
Nobody.
Certainly no
Right.
professional.
I was not expecting that. Yeah, he's got massive jowls, man. Big time.
and
We're
he's-
looking at a picture of him right now.
He's done it with a few women. It's just horrific.
So, in a chapter of her upcoming book, Kelly writes about Ailes that he offered to advance her career in exchange for sexual favors and made physical advances against her that she rejected, including, quote, trying to grab me repeatedly and kiss me on the lips. She writes that when she shoved Ailes away, quote, he asked me ominous questions like, when is your contract?
Fart. Because I can make them on demand. Come on, lean in close. You're going to like this. It's cheese.
I got to take a breath here. Saw this interesting article.
We'll determine that.
All right. It is by psychotherapist Abby Rodman. Now, it is about various types of affairs that can take place in a relationship. Now, we just think of one type of affair, the physical affair. But there are more than one of those.
This is interesting. Explain.
I shall. There is the emotional affair. Okay. In this type of affair, one partner is starving for an adult emotional connection, and they've usually given up on getting it from their spouse. The partner may be depressed and not feel like themselves anymore. Then someone they know, a coworker, for instance, pays attention to them.
Yeah, you've heard the term like work wife and work husband.
Yes, yeah, and I can see that. To me, that always just constitutes a good.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think a work wife is more. You let your actual wife know about your work wife. You don't let your actual wife know about an emotional affair.
I think that might be the case, yes. The partner usually, but however it says here, the partner usually justifies the emotional affair because they see it
Great
as
handies.
the lesser of two evils. No, there are no handies.
Oh, there are no
involved
handies. I'm sorry.
In the
that
emotional
would be
affair.
physical. You're right.
Well, and that's dumb. It's a hand.
Yeah, it's a hand. It's not even a vagina.
The point of that.
There's
That's like not even cheating.
There's your motto, Steve.
Wait, did you say Kathy just justified that handies aren't even cheating?
This just in. The sexual world was rocked by the revelation that since a handy is not a vagina, it's not cheating. Men of all walks of life hurried out of work, running home.
Breaking news.
No, it says they.
Turns out it's not cheating.
The president.
If you ever thought that was bad, Kathy says it's not. Because it's not even a vagina.
You remember a while back, we received a coconut in the mail.
Yeah.
Put an address on and mailed it and didn't know you could do that. So I asked for other odd items to be sent to us through the mail. Well, we've gotten a few of them.
What'd you say right now is the most unique thing we've received? Would it be the coconut?
No, I think it's that rewinder.
The rewinder? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's.
tape in here.
Is there?
Oh.
What is it?
Let's see what
Play
it
it.
is.
It's got to be porn.
No, it's not.
What is it?
Oh my god.
What is it?
All right. Hang on. Let's play a little game.
Oh.
I love
little games.
I will reveal cast characters to you.
Oh, it's like the Leonard Maltin game.
Yeah.
With Doug Benson.
Mm-hmm.
Doug loves movies.
Yeah. So it's.
You going to pull up the cast?
Yeah. I was not expecting this. All right. So.
Mm-hmm.
Start with the star or a little further down on the list?
Where do you want me to start, Preston and Steve?
Key grip.
Key grip.
No, you want to go like on the list?
Yeah. Go with
down?
the co-star. 5 down.
5 down.
All right. Fifth one down.
Yep.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Steve will probably get
5.
John Mahoney.
John Mahoney.
Ooh.
The comedian?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Do you want to turn this into
Say
a giveaway?
anything?
From it was from Frasier's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, say anything, probably. That's guess number 1.
That's
Okay,
wrong.
no. All right.
Next, Michael Lerner.
It's a woman, right?
Yeah.
No, that's a man, Michael Lerner.
No, I'm thinking Michael Learned.
Yes, from the Waltons. Played the mom.
Okay. I don't know.
Sixth down. You want me to do 6 down because it's a bigger name.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Spaced Invaders?
No.
Okay.
Do you want me to go down real quick?
I don't care.
It's a
Just
bigger
give us
name.
another name.
Tony Shalhoub was 6.
Tony Shalhoub. This isn't Galaxy. No.
No,
maybe
because
Galaxy
the others
Quest.
aren't in Galaxy Quest.
Yeah.
Do you want me to give you the year of the movie by any chance?
Sure.
All right. The year of the movie was 1991.
Year was 1991.
Okay.
And Tony Shalhoub had just completed production of a major motion picture.
All right. Above Michael Lerner is Judy Davis.
Judy Davis.
I don't know who that is.
A great actress, and she played many biographies. She also played Judy Garland.
Okay.
All right. Next one up. Second down is John Goodman.
Ooh.
Wow.
King Ralph?
No.
Not a comedy. How about that?
Oh,
comedy.
The Babe.
No.
The Bitch.
No, that was Joan Collins. Looks a lot like
How's our
John Goodman these days.
How's our text board? Did they? Any
I'm not
guesses?
checking.
I'm not looking.
All right, go ahead. One more.
All right.
The main star.
So John Goodman,
Tony Shalhoub. John Mahoney.
and it was not a comedy.
It was not a comedy. All right, so it's something very powerful, would we say? Is it DC Cab?
I've only heard of this movie. I've never seen it.
All right. So you only have one name left.
I have one name left.
Citizen Kane, then.
And it's the character.
Okay.
I almost said the name of the movie.
Yeah.
John Turturro.
Oh, Barton Fink.
Yeah!
Son of a bitch.
Never heard of it.
All right.
Coen Brothers.
Never even heard of that movie.
It's very trippy.
Well, now
That's
you can watch it,
obscure.
Preston.
Yeah.
Right?
In beautiful VHS.
Well, we just
Someone
need
get a VHS player and put an address on it. Send it to us.
Yeah.
Undefeated records. Eric, good morning.
Hey, you guys rock. Uma Thurman needs the word.
Yeah.
Everybody's heard about the bird. Wow.
Case, how did you just do that? Do that
They're
again.
all right next to each other.
Do it again.
Everybody's heard about the bird.
Nice work. All right, Eric, what's up, man? Tell us about your perfect record.
When I was in the military, we went down to Haiti in like 96 around then for deployment. From the time we got on the Eisenhower to go down, which was like mid-September, we were down there about 5-6 months. For 3.5 months, me and my best friend were undefeated in the card game Spades.
How do you play spades?
Do you know how to play hearts?
A little bit.
It's basically hearts, but with spades.
Hey, now, Spades is a partner game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's usually played 4 people, 2 to a team.
Okay. You need. There's a Stephen King book called Hearts in Atlantis. You need to read that. It's a very. There's a whole segment about hearts, and I think, man.
Yeah, I played.
Okay, cool.
Thanks, Eric. We'll
I
see
played
ya.
hearts and pinochle, and so spades is kind of like a combination of those two. I got to tell you, when it comes to spades, there was a giant bone of contention between my circle of high school friends. There's a scene in Boys in the Hood where I think Ice Cube says, "Yo, y'all want to bust some spades?" And my friend, and still to this day, thinks he says spags. And I'm like, spags isn't a thing. It's not a game.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I just needed your
peanut brittle.
This just in. Clarification on dial. Appeared in the movie Boys in the Hood so many years ago. There's no such thing as spags. We knew it as Jimmy Leshevsky at the Pentagon. Jim, how about this whole Boys in the Hood conundrum? I was confused by it, honestly. I thought he said spags. But I thought to myself, there is no such thing as that, right? Thanks, Jim. Thanks always. Very, very insightful commentary.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go to Tyler. Has a record. Hey, Tyler. Good morning.
Good morning. Gadzooks.
Gadzooks, buddy. All right, so we're talking about people having a perfect record. What about you?
All right, I got a perfect record for getting stoned every single day and going to school and getting straight A's.
Wow. Straight A's. You got so you were an exemplary student, though you were stoned absolutely every. Now, would that be Monday through Friday, just school days, or were you?
No, every day.
Every day.
Wow. And you got straight A's.
Straight A's. I'm like a teacher's pet. Like the teacher has to say, Tyler, like we know you know the answer. Just stop raising your hand at this point.
Were you the teacher's supplier?
No.
Okay.
I don't sell drugs.
Okay, good.
All right.
So you're like the champion of drug addicts.
Sure.
Yeah.
For getting good grades.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now that's it's a little bit of a contorted title, but it is a title.
That's it. Listen, yeah,
it's
absolutely.
undefeated.
I'll take anything that you want to tell us about.
What
Thanks,
are you the
man.
champion of then at that point?
Of beating the odds, I guess.
Yes,
right?
of course, yeah.
I don't know.
He didn't have to smoke resin one time. He always, right?
What? I'm not understanding.
When you run out of weed, you just you get like a paper clip or whatever, and you scrape out all the resin in your apparatus, and you
Casey,
smoke that.
I used to be called Captain Blackfingers.
Captain Black. Look at you, Cheech and Chong over here.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
If you don't actually have the leafy substance.
Captain Blackfingers.
Mhm.
Apparently, a lot of people still want to watch reruns of The Cosby Show on television. In a Twitter announcement yesterday, TV said, "You asked and we heard you loud."
93.3 WMMR.
That had to have been warm. That what came out of your ass just a moment ago. Was it a hot one?
Yeah, very warm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's the holidays, so thanks for sharing in the holiday cheer. All right, real quick, a shart out. And Casey, you can do this one real if you want to, live. This is from Ashley. What are you playing?
This is what my fart sounds like this time of year.
Oh. So we got an email from Ashley Smith who says, my son Cole is turning 13 on December 7th, and it just blows my mind. He's my whole world and amazes me every day of his kindness. He's so goofy, he makes my day. He's been so generous in the past 2 years that we've made sure to come down to camp out. And this year we got to meet you and the gang, and you even gave Cole a fist bump, and his face was priceless. Thanks for making us both laugh and smile constantly. So we wanted to wish a happy 13th to Cole Smith. And that's a shout out for you, my man. All right, now we can do the Bizarre Five.
WMMR presents Preston and Steve's Bizarre File.
Brought to you by J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling. Got junk and want it gone? Then you want J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling. Veteran and military, family-owned and operated. Visit J-Dog Junk Removal, RDSC.com. That's J-Dog Junk Removal, RDSC.com. A Lansing, Michigan woman is behind bars after allegedly trying to shoplift from a Walmart store while the Shop with a Cop event was taking place. Happened Saturday night.
I didn't see that posted.
As Michigan State Police troopers with the Brighton Post and other area officers were participating in the event. The event allows area children to partner up with police officers and shop for themselves and the family, thanks to donations from local businesses. During the event, which had about 75 troopers and officers participating, a Walmart employee told a trooper that a woman was trying to steal more than $700 worth of merchandise. The trooper was able to have another officer take his shopping partner while he tracked the suspect to the parking lot. And ironically, the suspect parked her vehicle next to all of the patrol vehicles of the police officers participating in the event.
So the parking lot is packed with cop cars.
Totally. The suspect, a 62-year-old female, was arrested at the scene and brought to the county jail. Officials did not say what charges she will face. Authorities did not specify what items the suspect was allegedly trying to steal. Okay, folks. Here's your story for the morning.
All right.
A married couple, eager to start a family, were left stunned when they discovered they had been having sex incorrectly for 4 years.
Oh, man. Are we talking butt stuff?
The revelation explained why the wife, despite regular intercourse, remained a virgin and the couple failed to conceive. The unnamed pair, aged 26 and 24, sought professional help after their attempts to get pregnant proved fruitless. The situation took an unexpected turn when doctors found out the wife was still a virgin, despite her admission that sex was, quote, usually painful for her. Obstetrician Lou Hongimi said the couple were very young, they were very healthy, but they couldn't conceive. The family was giving them a lot of stress because of it. And he expressed a shock when the examination revealed that the wife was still a virgin, and his experience the doctor's experience led her to inspect the woman's backside, and it was then that they said they learned the couple had been mistakenly doing butt stuff for 4 years. Resulting in their failure to conceive.
There's another hole?
Dr. Lou reportedly handed the couple each a sex education handbook.
Yeah.
And she also gave them guidelines before they were sent home. The advice appeared to work as news of the wife's pregnancy arrived just a few months later.
Come on. Where are these people from?
China.
I have a story related to this.
Okay.
Maybe share it another time.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Just jot down a note.
Yeah.
I've
we'll
got
come
a
back to
story
that.
too.
They reportedly...
Seriously.
Yeah, me too.
It's not me. It's somebody else, but yeah.
All right, well, maybe we'll have to visit that soon, like after the...
I'm assuming these guys lived in a rural area and didn't have much education.
You would hope.
They reportedly informed the now retired doctor that they were finally expecting by sending 100 eggs and a live hen as gifts to the former...
it sounds a little rural. Yeah.
They got a live hen out of it, though.
Right,
They did.
Yeah.
I had sex with a hen, too.
We banged the hen several times.
In the butt.
An 18-year-old man in Australia narrowly avoided a deadly encounter with a blue-ringed octopus while collecting seashells at Shoalwater Beach in Perth.
Incredibly deadly.
The man was unaware that the creature was hiding in one of the shells and was bitten on the leg.
Oh, my God.
Fortunately, he recognized the bite and prevented his niece from holding the potentially fatal octopus just in time. Emergency services were called, and he was treated for over 6 hours at Rockingham General Hospital.
And they're tiny little things.
Yeah, they're small. The blue-ringed octopus is one of the world's most venomous creatures with no antidote for its toxins, and officials are now warning beachgoers to be cautious. 2 people were arrested after a flight from Orlando was diverted Tuesday because of an alleged bomb threat that passengers said they overheard being made during an argument between two... Breeze Airways Flight 717 lifted off from Orlando to make its way to Providence. Here. Rhode Island when it had to make an emergency stop at Jacksonville International Airport. Passengers said that the couple got into an argument right before the flight took off. One passenger said a man told the woman he was arguing with that he wanted to get off the plane. The flight was in the air for 45 minutes when the captain decided to divert it because the word bomb was mentioned during the argument between the two people. Yes. According to a witness, the people were talking about or claiming the other person had a bomb during their flight. The people around them heard the word bomb, reported it to the airline, and they were obligated to land the plane.
Of course, yeah.
The FBI responded to the incident to ensure that everybody was safe. Video footage shared a passenger showing a man apologizing to the other passengers as he was being placed in handcuffs.
No.
Sorry.
I
So sorry.
apologize.
Yeah.
The skull dealer.
Yeah. All passengers were told they would be reimbursed
I'd like to apologize to Jennifer Garner.
if they had to get a hotel. All right, one last story, and then we'll wrap it up. How about this one? No, not that one. I have so many, but I want to end on the right one here.
All right.
Let's go with, here we go. Thousands of chickens are dead.
Holy Christ.
Following a break-in at a Nova Scotia poultry wholesaler facility last month.
This is getting goddamn ridiculous.
So a lot of times these have been culls because of bird flu. No, but somebody broke in and killed these chickens.
Tim Horton.
Royal Canadian Mounted Police responded to a call in the village of Steam Mill.
Pierre.
And the estimated value of chickens lost is about $160,000.
Etienne.
Police...
Are we in the Canadian section?
Yeah, we're in Canada.
Okay, yeah.
Police declined to disclose how the chickens died or...
Marcel.
Getty. People declined to disclose how the chickens died or the name of the facility, citing an ongoing investigation. Anyone with information about the incident is asked to contact the Mounties.
By the way, Sarah McLachlan is
She's Canadian.
Yeah, look at that.
It's a perfect crime.
Oh, my God.
No, she's an animal lover.
Yeah, I know. Just the kind of cover you'd want if you were a brutal animal killer.
All right, and there you go. That's what I have in the bizarre file for you. All right, do we want to hear the two butt sex stories now, or do we want to take a break and come back with them?
Strong.
I mean,
Mine's probably not as impactful as yours, and mine's not butt stuff.
I don't like a non-impactful butt story.
No, it's just so it was.
Well, all right. It's already 8:20. We should take a break.
Okay,
all right. We'll come back
fine.
and we'll see what else we can get. I'll hang on to your story.
Hang on to your butt.
Just a second.
Hold on to your butt.
We also have a concert announcement coming up a little bit later on, so hang out with us. We'll be right back.
Preston and Steve on 93.3.
Bouncers, we're bringing back The Cosby Show by popular demand.
I don't know if I have Bounce.
No, and you know what? Well, I don't know either, but Seventh Heaven is playing in syndication. We were talking about that last week.
Yeah, you figured how would you do that?
Yeah, but people want to see it.
Stephen Collins was admitted to sexual contact with a 10-year-old girl.
Yeah.
To me, I would find it difficult to believe him as a preacher in that show.
Yeah.
That Cosby is the ultimate dad at this point, I think, is not workable.
Well, it's old, and people might have they might look past that and just look at the characters as opposed to the people actually playing them.
You think so? I should revisit the Charles Manson sitcom.
What was that? I don't remember. Was that back in Oh, it was like a family sitcom, or
Squeaky, I hear you got a bad grade today. Why didn't you go out and kill a white pig?
I'm home. Look, that's
just with a crazy look on his face in the door. I'm home.
That's the opening shot. Oh God!
And they're at the Spawn movie ranch there.
Oh my God!
Wait a second. This isn't my knife. It's a melon baller. The voice in my head says we're going out for ice cream.
And then there's the episode where he swastikas in their forehead. Oh,
I don't like it.
Yeah.
Never like anything. I think it makes me look Nazi-ish. I just think it's going to be an issue when you apply for jobs. I march to my own drummer, woman. Now go kill someone.
All right.
Leave as little circumstantial evidence as possible. Who's laughing? You can laugh
aware of the audience.
What the hell? Can't you hear that? Who are you?
All right.
That's on Bounce as well. That's the lead-in.
The show was...
It's Manson and Cosby for the Power Hour.
The show was syndicated in 1988, and various networks showed reruns up until 2014, when TV Land, Bounce TV, and BET all stopped airing the show due to the sexual assault allegations.
Cosby and Manson doing press together for the...
Oh, my God. At a conference. There were a couple pieces of audio you wanted me to play, Steve?
Oh, yeah. Yoko. I think she posted this on her Facebook account, Yoko Ono. She had an auditory reaction to President-elect Donald Trump.
Oh, wait. Is this
okay. It's real.
Is it words or is it...
You tell me.
It's an auditory reaction.
Tell me. In classic Yoko fashion, and this was a message to her followers, and to her followers, this means something.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
I haven't heard this yet.
Okay. You know what that sounds like? You know when you have a balloon,
Yeah.
and you let the air out,
Yeah.
but you put it in your mouth and you go, ow, wow,
Marissa, can we find a balloon, please?
Do you know what it also sounds like?
No, I mean an actual balloon around here. Oh, Casey's got it. We need a real balloon.
A real man's balloon. We got
those
condoms.
are gigantic. Look at this.
All right, well, go ahead, blow it
It's
up.
a weather balloon,
It's
for
a
Christ's sake.
douchebag is what it is.
Either we have a tiny balloon or a Zeppelin.
It's a hot water bottle.
The hell is
this
that?
won't work.
It might.
All right, try it. All right, try it.
He's going to pass out trying to blow it up.
Jesus.
And you know what?
Seriously.
Preston is actually really good at just picking up wind instruments, so
Yeah.
you might be able to actually recreate this.
He might be a virtuoso.
Yeah.
All right, we'll play it for him while he's blowing.
Okay. All right, stop.
Got it.
What the hell's going on?
Trying to lick it.
Stop laughing. This is serious.
Yes, come on. You don't have to get it right up on the mic.
Maybe
No,
Yoko
Casey,
is
I can't
talented.
get it to squeak.
Oh, get out.
Yeah.
All right,
Here we go.
Sounds like a
No, got to take it back.
I need a different balloon.
not going to work.
Go to promotions. Get me. God damn it! Get me a real balloon.
Where's those balloons I requested? Can't come out of a Green Day song into a balloon segment.
You can't come out of Yoko Ono.
Yoko Ono into a balloon segment. Shut that bitch up.
Can you do the exploding Yoko for me, Steve?
Sure. Yeah.
That's one of my favorite bits of all time. Let me know when you're ready.
Hey, we're good to go. That's what she sounds.
Her voice is hurting my ears.
It's just annoying. And please, the enablers.
Stop putting microphones in front of her face.
I would say the people that supported Hitler and enabled Hitler.
Who does she have around her?
Yeah, they're just as bad.
Here we go.
They're so talented.
It's not doing the mouth thing. It's not with them.
Who the hell is doing that?
What was that?
Nick, it was the balloon.
You got to go like this, Preston.
Jesus.
Wait a minute. Are you actually saying woo while you're doing that? No, stop that.
Why? It's added to it.
He asked you a question.
That's not hurting your ears? You would get you'd get a more pleasant sound if you ran over a cat with a lawnmower.
This is terrible.
Okay. Jesus. Well, that's her take on the whole election.
Who's doing that?
Should we stop?
Yes.
Yeah.
See if you can guess what song this is.
See if you can what?
See if you can guess what song this is.
Okay, all right, here. Oh, may have been a new game. Here we go. What? That's just rhythm. That has no.
It's a song you should know. Oh,
wait, that was Limelight.
Yes, it was.
Seriously?
It was pulling up.
Do it again.
It took me a bit.
Can you do Crash Into Me?
That's hard. I can try. Let me get it for you.
Here, wait, hold on.
Steve's gonna do it.
No, I can't.
Oh, you're just blowing up a balloon for
I
fun.
just like to blow up balloons. I really, if you're having a prom or something coming up, give me a call.
Is this the dumbest thing we've ever done?
It's in there. It's in there.
Do we want to stay on sugary?
No, I need savory now.
Savory, okay.
Yeah.
All right. We'll move on to savory. Let's see. Shake Shack is adding more chicken to its menu.
Okay.
It's just in.
Dude.
The Shake Shack adding more chicken to its menu. And landslide in Peru kills 100,000.
Hey, by the way.
We go down to Jimmy Kushevsky, who's at Shake Shack.
Are you leading with that?
By the way, speaking of landslides, they saved the 3 cows.
They did?
Yes, that were up on that.
How'd they get them down?
I don't know. I didn't read the full
They
story.
raised New Zealand.
Nick had it up earlier, but it was that New Zealand earthquake that caused a landslide, and there were 3 cows up on top of that little plateau.
Cows were terrified. They were full of milkshakes. Boom!
He was laughing at himself. He couldn't even get it out.
Wow. That's a horrible joke.
That's so good. They were filled full of milkshakes.
Cows had milkshakes in them.
Because they were so scared. They were shaking.
I thought it was because the ground shook.
No. Hey, that's a good one.
It was an earthquake.
It was an earthquake, so they were full of milkshakes.
Got it. All right. Anyway, I don't know how they did it, Kathy. We'll fall into that later on. So anyway,
They shot him.
Back to Shake Shack.
He shot him and threw him off.
They had a helicopter with a machine gun on it. They're saved. They have the Ride of the Valkyries.
And the cows inside.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not exactly sure how they
God, there's so much of a story here.
went about it.
We have our cows inside.
All right. Anyhow, moving on. Back to the Shake Shack and the chicken.
Yeah.
We were speaking earlier this morning in our entertainment roundup about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson being the sexiest man alive.
Yeah, I sometimes don't support those decisions, but I have to agree with this one.
You agree with-
on a guy level to a guy, I would say that because he's a cool guy. He seems like a good guy. Mm-hmm. He seems like a guy who would hold you down.
Yes.
And take you.
Yeah.
And take you and make you realize things about yourself. That's what he seems like to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some I have not agreed with. Richard Gere, you would agree with, right?
Oh, yeah. I loved Richard Gere.
Yeah. It's interesting what floats their particular boat every year.
They usually pick somebody who's got something going on, too, as far as being in the public eye in a big project. And they're successful as well.
In 1992, Nick Nolte won it.
No way.
Yeah.
All right, what did that picture look like, though?
I don't feel so good. In 92, it would have been fine. It would have been the time, I guess, around maybe the Prince of Tides.
Yeah, I mean, he's 51 at the time.
Yeah.
In 89, Sean Connery won it at age 59.
I have to poop.
There's a few other.
I have to poop now. So take your damn picture.
Take it now.
Take your picture now. I have to poop. He, I guess they were trying to show that an older guy could be.
Yeah, that's right when Last Crusade came out. And then Richard Gere won again in 99 at the age of 50, and Harrison Ford won in 98.
There you go.
At 56.
I'm thinking about that.
D33 WMMR.
Tonight, Marissa is going to have your chance to win some tickets to the Eagles and Giants game on Christmas Day. So you need to go and join her. She's going to be at J.D. McGillicuddy's in Manayunk from 7 to 9. Kathy, you were talking about being her old haunt?
Yeah.
Just Manayunk in general, J.D.
No,
McGillicuddy's?
Manayunk. Yeah.
Marissa used to live in Manayunk.
Yes.
So there's going to be $10 Bud Light pitchers, $20 Bud Light buckets, free MMR Bud Light Kelly Green T-shirts, and, of course, the tickets for you to win. You have to be at least 21 years of age or older to enter that. So tonight, 7 to 9, J.D. McGillicuddy's in Manayunk. Make sure you join Marissa McNabb.
Marissa McNabb. Manayunk's old stomping grounds.
There was a story we had in the Bizarre File where a couple, and I believe they were from rural China, and clearly they weren't educated in the ways of sex, and they had been trying to have a baby for 4 years, and as we've said, or as a phrase in my old friend circles was, it was, you're in the wrong hole.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
They're looking for a butt baby.
So both Nick and Kathy had stories to share that kind of tied into that. I don't know what they are. So
it was along those lines for me anyway, Preston, was that this was a friend that I went to college with, and she had a lot of shame. And the reason I know this is that I talked to her years later about it, about sex. She did not want to lose her virginity before a committed relationship, and she decided that one way to get around losing her virginity was to do that.
Backdoor route.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so she was with this guy for several months, and they did that exclusively, and she felt like she had kept her virginity intact. And it seems to me that she hadn't, but I don't really know, and it's like none of my business, right? So and who cares whether or not you do or don't? But for her, it was an issue.
You're saying if you're called into court, you might have some wiggle room.
I think so. Yeah.
Question though. Is this for religious reasons?
It was for, I guess, religious reasons initially, and then she became really agnostic and somewhat anti-religious later in life. So, but I think
her ass was killing her.
My ass is killing me.
I think. Well, and then I talked to the guy about it, and it was one of those things where he shares that story, and you're like, that's not true. He's just making this up to brag or whatever. And then when I spoke to her about it a few years later, she's like, no, that's how we had any sexual interaction at all. And Casey, what it reminded me of was your friends in college who did meshies.
Yes.
And there are ways to enjoy sexual pleasure without actually having quote unquote sexual intercourse.
Meshies, by the way, were the touching of that region by wearing thin mesh clothing.
Right.
Even though you were doing all that, you weren't making skin to skin contact, and therefore fell under some sort of I don't know, you were kidding yourself into thinking that that's not sexual activity.
You're called before the celestial court.
I guess
it's
so,
just meshies.
Yeah.
So this was 93, 94, and then eventually she ended up, I think, having a fairly healthy sexual relationship with another partner down the road. But at the time, that was her way of saying, nope, I'm still a virgin.
You think it was the guy's idea?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm curious about.
Why I'm always thinking that in the background. Like, oh, yeah, sure.
Here's a way of avoiding it. Yeah.
Let me just throw this at you. Let me just spitball it
I
here.
know a way around. You just use your mouth on it.
Hear me out.
Hear me out. So actually, Nick said that, and I knew somebody, the same thing, but ours wasn't confirmed. It was just the rumor with this couple, but that they were doing the exact same thing for the exact same reason. My story, however, was so a friend of mine, and he admits to it, the first time that he ever had sex, he thought that they had sex, and they never did. It actually never happened. So it was just kind of on top of her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it didn't.
The
am I allowed
benchmarks
to say? Right.
didn't go in.
Didn't complete.
Right, yes.
Or didn't
He
even.
thought it was.
Nothing went in there.
But it was not.
Right. It was just looking from up above.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
And so,
kinda
and neither of
checking
them.
out the school districts.
Neither of them knew.
She didn't know either. Is she a virgin?
Yeah. They
Okay,
yes, they
so
both
she
were.
didn't know what it was supposed to feel like.
Right.
God,
So they
it's
were
that
kind of
thing-
like, "Oh, we did it."
It's that scene in that's a few scenes in Forgetting Sarah Marshall where the newlywed couple they have no idea.
Oh, right. Jack
do it.
McBrayer. Yeah. Kathy, did she Did she no longer consider herself a virgin?
So I was friends with him. I don't know, but he didn't. When he found out later, he was like, oh my God, I totally thought that I lost my virginity at this age. He's like, I didn't. I lost it at this age when I realized I actually had sex.
Well, the movie No Hard Feelings, the Jennifer Lawrence we're talking about, there's a sequence where where he goes, I did it, and she goes, well, that was my thigh.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
That's very, very interesting. I wonder how many times that has occurred, and plenty of times, I'm sure.
And how long do you go thinking that?
Until you end up in the bizarre file.
Yeah. Once you're in the B file, you can pretty much hang it up.
Bill's in agreement. That's a story he wants. No.
All right,
It happened to him.
Can I get in on this?
Thank you for sharing those stories. All right. I think, Case, is it cool if we do a contest now?
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this.
We have not done this in a while. Casey and I, before we went into the Camp Out for Hunger, we recorded a few things that we might want to play around with as contests. We never got around to doing it. But the game Bass Ackwards.
Yeah!
All right, which is where, and we've changed it a little bit. The last time we played this, I liked the formula. I have sung songs in reverse, okay? And phonetically, I've sung them in reverse. And then we reverse the audio, and it sounds like it's going forward. It should, the words sound forward, but the way they sound is very funky.
Give an audio
background.
demonstration if you can for people who are not up to speed.
I'd have to do an old one.
Bajmir?
I don't know. Yeah.
Well, we have this one.
No sad, bro. It's Friday. Yeah, we haven't played that in a while.
Yeah.
That's me saying no sad, bro. It's Friday, but I'd said it in reverse phonetically, and then we flipped the audio, and then that's how it sounds. So we've done that with some songs. So 215-263-WMMR is the number. Marissa, I'm sorry to spring this on you guys. Marissa and Casey are kind of gathering the prizes.
Yeah, so, and we actually have some really decent prizes. In fact, Octane's doing that show tomorrow at the Landis Theater.
Right.
We only have 2 pairs of those to give away.
And I think Jackie's hosting, right?
And Jackie is hosting that as well. Press, the only question I really do have is the way I have these ready to play is that it is going to be, the song is going to be sung. It's not going to be played back. Okay.
Yep, it sounds like it's forward, but it's funky because playing it the other way around is just way too hard. You'll never get it. You know?
And then also, I'll just make this request now because Marissa's right next to me. You have to hear this guy sing the song. He does it with a guitar. He sings All-Star backwards.
Yes.
Right? With the guitar, and then he reverses it. So not only is he playing the music backwards, he's singing backwards, and it's
excellent.
I mean, you're really good.
No, this he's the real
Other
deal.
level?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
It sounds, I mean, you can hear it sounds off just a tad bit. Something sounds odd about it, but it's pretty damn
All right,
close
I want to hear this.
to sounding like it's forward. All right, so 215-263-WMMR is the number. It's a pretty easy game. We play you the audio, and you tell us what song it is.
Okay.
And if you can give the title is mainly what we need. Title and artist is great as well. But we will see how well you can do it. 215-263-WMMR is the number. So let's get our first contestant for Bass Ackwards, the singing version. And we have Owen on the line. Hey, Owen. Yes. All right, Owen, we're playing Bass Ackwards. If you can identify this song, then you win a prize. You ready, buddy?
Yep.
All right, here we go. What song is this? We're gonna fight for your rights. Money.
Come on.
That was great.
That's awesome.
Owen, do you know what that is?
You got to fight for your right to party.
Yeah.
It's just that easy.
All right, Case, what are we going to give Owen?
All right, you got a case of December's beer of the month. That is Juicy Monkey. Victory Brewing's new Hazy Imperial IPA is packing a punch of tropical juice flavor at 9% ABV. It'll put you on monkey time in no time. The hell does that mean?
Monkey time in no time.
It'll put you on monkey time in no time.
Hey, question, Casey, and if we don't have this ability, it's okay, but is there any way we can hear them how I did it in regular forward motion?
All I have to do is just reverse this again.
Okay.
And then I can reverse it both
So
channels.
to give you an idea of what it sounds like when initially recording it, it's like this. Head up, it stereo for agri.
So do you write that out?
Yeah.
Head up, Stereo Fragri.
Wait.
So what I'll do is I'll record first. I'll go, you got to fight for your right to party. We will reverse that. I will listen to it, and I will write down what I hear phonetically.
Okay.
And then we re-record it again with me going like I did in that. And it's hard to do.
Takes a while.
Sometimes it takes a couple. Sometimes we get it on the first shot. Other times we have to do a few different takes. So, all right, we'll go over to another caller. This time we have Nicole, who's on the line. Hi, Nicole.
Hi, how are you?
Awesome, Nicole. So we're going to play Bass Ackwards. You think you got the goods for this?
I think so.
All right, listen up, because this is another song. See if you can identify this one. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 hey, Jude. How about that?
Come on.
How about that? All right, Nicole.
Hey Jude by the
That was us.
Play it again.
I picked choruses.
Yeah.
Na, 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 na. Na, 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 hey, Jude.
And I'm going to
Something's
reverse
a
that.
little off ball.
This is what it sounded
All
like.
right, yeah, this is how it sounded when I first recorded it. Dujni ha na 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 ha na 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 na. You have to go.
Na na na.
Right.
You got to change the pitch and go in reverse. All right, what do we have for Nicole, sir?
All right, so for Nicole, we have a case of December's beer of the month, Juicy Monkey. Victory Brewing's new Hazy Imperial IPA is packing a punch of tropical juice flavor at 9% ABV. It'll put you on monkey time in no time.
You're a little monkey, aren't you?
All right, do you want to hear the Smash Mouth?
After I tell you this, I just got a text that says, "Look, guys, look outside. It's snowing."
Oh,
it is. We're getting flurries.
Miracle.
In Bala. All right, you want to? This is the guy playing Smash Mouth All Star.
Yeah, it is. It is long. Do we need the? Well, just
a little bit.
So it's him playing guitar along with it.
Me roll gunner is world the me told once a body shed into sharpest the ain't I.
That's not it.
That's like a foreign language.
Yeah, it's another language.
Sorry.
But that was neat too.
Yeah, it's excellent. Someone can know another language.
I did enjoy it.
Well, it's a great song.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go.
Gooflarb, you're a thing, Clark.
We're gonna go next to Ryan. Hey, Ryan. Good morning.
Hey.
Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
Good morning.
Good morning. All right, you ready to play Bass Ackwards?
Yeah.
These are pretty easy so far. Here we go. This is yours. Welcome to the Hotel California. All right. That one was kind of hard.
Yeah.
All right.
That's out of Galaxy Quest.
Ryan, what is it?
I got nothing, sorry.
Are you
nothing?
kidding me? Play it one more time.
Ryan, he wants you to hear it again, okay?
I'm fighting for you, bro.
Ryan, are you there?
Yeah, go
Okay,
ahead.
please acknowledge. All right, here we go. Welcome to the Hotel California.
Sorry, I got nothing.
All right, thank you, Ryan. Wow. I'm just glad we kind of stumped somebody because I thought these were pretty easy. All right, we'll go to Kevin. Hi there, Kev.
Good morning.
Morning. All right, so we're going to do the same one for you, okay?
I think I know it already.
What is it?
Is it Californication?
No.
Wow. Damn.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Damn.
He should have listened, shouldn't he? I should have played for him again. All right, we'll go to another Ryan. Yo, Ryan, morning, buddy.
Hey, bitches.
Hey, what? All right, Ryan, I'm going to play the same one for you. You ready?
Yep.
Welcome to the Hotel California. All right, Ryan, name it.
I think that's Hotel California.
Yeah. It is. Hang on, Ryan. Here's what we have for you.
All right, Ryan, you have won our final case of December's beer of the month. That is Juicy Monkey. Victory Brewing's new Hazy Imperial IPA is packing a punch of tropical juice flavor at 9% ABV. It'll put you on monkey time in no time.
All right.
You welcome to the Hotel California.
Here, this is it backwards.
Okay, what?
I reversed it again. So
Oh,
you could
this
hear.
is me singing
Yeah,
Hotel
this is fun.
California. Here we go. I know flag wise, no he this Michelob.
Michelob.
All right. Do we have the All-Star?
Yes.
We
No?
do? No. Okay. We'll go
Not
to-
yet. Not yet.
We'll go to another caller.
Okay.
All right, we have Eric. Oh, no, that was Ryan. Hang on. Let me go to the next caller. This is Eric. Yo, Eric. Morning, buddy. Eric, you there?
Gadzooks.
All right, Eric.
I'm here.
Okay.
We got a fresh one. You ready?
All right.
All right, here we go. Let's see if you can identify this. I remember this one being hard, too.
It was.
Eric, do you know what song that is?
Is it Prince, Purple Rain?
It is.
Very well done.
Hang on, Eric. We got something for you.
Oh, you know what? We haven't given one of these away yet this week. This is pretty cool. You have a pair of tickets for an evening with Judge Reinhold and a movie screening of Fast Times at Ridgemont High. And that's going to be on Saturday, March 16th at the Keswick Theater in Glenside, PA. Tickets are on sale tomorrow at 10 a.m. via AXS.com.
That's going to be sensational.
Yeah.
Love that. All right. Did you want to play that one the other way or no?
Yeah. It'll just,
All right.
2 seconds.
I want to hear it because you said it was difficult.
It was hard, yeah. So letters like P that start off, there's like a
right,
thing that you have to try and do. Hooney roop erp. Hooney roop erp. Hooney roop erp. So I will write that down. I'll write HOODER. HOODAIR. Hoodier roop. ROOP. And then I'll
but where are you going? Where you go, puh, for Purple Rain, you got to.
It's weird.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to Steve. Hi there, Steve.
Couple.
Yeah, couple. All right, Steve. We're playing Bass Ackwards. The singing version. You set for this?
Yes.
Identify this song. Here we go. It's gonna say it's a Y and say it. All right, Steve, what is it?
Can you play it again?
Yeah, one more time. Here we go. It's gonna say it's a Y and say it.
I got nothing.
Oh! Sorry, Steve. All right, we'll go to Michelle. Hi there, Michelle. Yes. All right, Michelle, I'm going to play that one for you again. Here we go. It's gonna say it's a Y and say it.
YMCA?
Yes! The Village People. Hang on just a second, Michelle. Here's what we have for you.
And Preston, Steve, I know you guys are a big fan of this. So Michelle won Riverdale, the 7th season and complete series on digital. The whole gang is together one last time. Own Riverdale, the 7th season and complete series on digital and DVD.
I'm a big fan.
All right, here's how this sounded when we originally recorded it. Yeah, yes, nay, what say yes and notes, babe. Somebody's texted in and said, Preston's just showing off his new skill at this point. These are too easy. No, the reason they're easy is with the singing, I found out the fewer syllables, the easier it is. And usually the chorus has fewer syllables. So that's why I went with those. And it's just hard to record.
Well, you're elongating the words, too, a little bit.
And
that
it
makes
gives you a little latitude to make it a little bit easier.
And these were originally done for the camp out, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we just sit there and it takes like an hour to record these things because we have to keep doing it over and over until I get it right. All right, I have John on the phone. Yo, John. Morning, bud.
Morning.
All right, we got one more. We have two more of these to do. So here's a fresh one for you. Ready for Bass Ackwards?
Let's roll.
All right, John, here we go. Sweet Caroline, those nights never seen so good.
John. How you doing today, guys?
John, what song is that?
Sweet Caroline.
You got it, buddy.
All right, so who was that? That was John. John won the 7th season and complete series on digital. The whole gang.
Riverdale.
Of Riverdale, by the way. The whole gang is together one last time. Own Riverdale, the 7th season and complete series on digital and DVD now.
All right, we have one title remaining.
All right.
Or did I want to play that one forward?
We're having fun with that. I want to hear it forward.
All right, here we go. Duck more sneeze so wenn's na duck. Nalaracuse.
Good.
All right, let's go finally to maybe Joe. He'll get this last one. We'll see. Hey, Joe, morning, buddy.
Good morning.
All right, Joe. I got one left. You ready?
Okay.
I like those action, yeah.
Let's try this out. Here we go. All right.
I know that, but that's tough.
Joe, do you know what it is?
Oh my God. I don't know.
Play one more time.
All right, Joe, we're going to run this one more time. Here we go.
Sweet sodomite.
Nice work, Joe. And here's what we have for you.
All right, Joe. Nice, man. You have a pair of tickets as MMR Rocks Octane, the reunion and anniversary show. It is tomorrow at 8 p.m. at the Landis Theater in Vineland, New Jersey, celebrating the 20-year anniversary of their album When It's All Said and Done. Now, just a few tickets remain. It's on sale now via thelandistheater.com, and our own Jackie Bam Bam will be hosting the event tomorrow night.
Excellent. All right, is this it reversed?
I didn't get to do that yet.
Let's do one more. We'll play this for you how it sounded when we originally recorded it. And this is what that sounded like. They're actually, it's a lot of fun to record. Casey will sit here and crack up. Because it'll sound like gibberish, and then when we play it backwards, it's like you can figure out
like
somewhat what it is.
Discovering a hidden message, or when you do the backmasking on LPs, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, play things backwards. Did he just say that?
Yeah,
but when
carried ball.
Yeah. When you like nail it on your very first time, it's like, oh my God, I can't believe you just did that. That is so
good. Thank you for playing along with Bass Ackwards. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll come back in a moment. Don't forget a little bit later on, concert announcement today. We'll get to that in music news. Stay put.
Preston and Steve on
Poop. Take your picture. Got a poop.
Long story short, I'm a murderer. My son is really into fish and fish tanks, so we bought one. I got one for his birthday, which was back in September, and it took me a while to get it up and running. It's the first time I've ever owned
this.
Yeah.
Fish tanks seem like a great idea.
They do, you know, and I'm actually like overall really happy with the purchase.
Right,
I have a friend named Cheryl who's been really helpful in guiding me through some of the stuff because I didn't know what I was doing.
Are there a lot of fish?
Initially, there were 4.
Okay.
Initially,
well, Superman, macro, ice cream, and oh crap, a 4th one.
R.I.P.
No.
How big of a tank, by the way? How many gallons?
Like 29 gallons. So I went away this past weekend. I went up to North Central PA and came back, and Superman, who was the biggest of the fish, was dead.
Yep.
So, you know, it sucked because I knew that I was going to have to make a decision. And that decision was, do I tell my son whether or not this fish has died?
Right.
And
is he super connected to it? Does he?
Well, it's his. I don't know. It's his fish tank. It's in his room. He picked out all the fish to go into the tank. So he's been very active in the decision making process. He named all of them.
I would get attached to my fish. Like I would be sad when.
Yeah, and they don't really have a ton of personality, but they have some, and then you sort of figure out which ones stay at the bottom and which ones come to the top.
Which ones never move.
Which ones never move.
And
which
just
ones
sit there on the bottom.
Which ones hide behind the little hut at the bottom of the thing.
Which ones decompose.
Which ones decompose. Which ones eat other ones.
Yeah.
So I took Superman out with the little net and put him in the toilet and flushed him down, and he went to fish heaven.
Yeah.
So this was over the weekend. It's now.
Where's that coming from? It's so damn loud. There we go. Okay. Go ahead.
So it's now Wednesday, and I have yet to tell my son, and so I don't know. Here's the quandary: do I inform my son what has happened with the fish and teach him the lessons of life and that death is a part of life and that we move on, or do I just go out and get a replacement fish and pretend like it never happened?
I tell you what is an easy swap out is a turtle. Little turtles.
There's a great storyline in the movie My Blue Heaven. Joan Cusack accidentally knocks a turtle into the garbage disposal.
Well, speaking of the garbage disposal, about 2 years ago, actually it was a Christmas present. Santa brought Jace a betta fish, a pretty red betta fish, and I was cleaning out the nice vase that the betta fish lived in, and I put it in like a little cup, and that damn thing jumped out of the cup. I guess I filled it up too high and went into the sink, and Jace is sitting there. I remember he was eating lunch and he was sitting watching the whole thing, and I was like, oh, the fish, and I was like, don't move, don't jump, don't flap anywhere, because he was in the sink.
Yes.
So I tried to cover him with my hand so he wouldn't go down the drain. Well, he did, and I freaked out, and I was like, he's down there, he's still alive, what do I do? So great idea, I turned the garbage disposal on.
Oh my God!
What are you gonna do?
What are you?
You're a
Oh my
murderer.
God! My child is trapped in the wood chipper. Turn it on!
Steve, and he is staring at me, watching the whole thing with these big eyes.
What could possibly make you think that?
You can reach down in there and
I
get
couldn't
it.
find him. I couldn't
Oh,
find him.
you couldn't see him?
No.
Use a flashlight?
No, I couldn't find him. It was like, and it was so fast. Like I was like, oh, I'll just turn the garbage disposal on, and I quick hit
What,
the
like to put it
switch.
out of its misery?
Yeah, because it couldn't breathe.
Listen, at some point,
Can't breathe.
if you could not find it, because believe it or not, at the bottom of the garbage disposal, there is a ridge that goes, or at least in mine,
Yeah.
and if they got under there and you couldn't get it out, what are you going to let it suffocate?
Yeah. But it's a fish, right?
I know, yeah.
And is there water in that disposal?
No.
Right down there.
Oh, okay. Then I misunderstand.
I didn't know what to do. Poor thing watched the whole thing. And
Quick, turn it on.
Quick, kill it! Kill it! Mommy wants you to kill it.
I didn't know what to do.
Jace, we're going to teach you now. You have to turn the garbage
No,
disposal on.
God, no. Stop it.
Kill it. Come on. Spartan mom.
Is that for Kathy?
Me? Are you kidding? Everyone here is freezing.
You guys all have coats on, don't you?
Yeah.
Look at all the ladies are all putting their coats on.
Has coats on.
I'm cold.
You should put a coat on, Kathy.
I have a coat and a blanket. You should wear a T-shirt if you're going to sweat constantly.
He doesn't sweat, though. His pits have been shut off.
Well, he's hot as hell. Take your jacket off.
Oh, and that's
I
just
put one on.
right?
You take yours off.
She said it. She said it. I knew it.
He's hot as hell.
Hot as hell.
You said it. There's a little,
Oh, no. I slipped.
There's a little struggle with the thermostat here in the studio this morning.
The main struggle, but it doesn't work at all.
Well, that's the problem. Casey
Well, it's
complains
not accurate.
Yeah.
that it's all the way up. It's like it's mental for him. He sees that it's all the way up. Meanwhile, it's still freezing in here. It does nothing to move it, and then he moves it down, and it becomes an icebox.
I think the thermostat was made in another country because cold is spelled cod and heat is hort.
Kathy, there is an official sign on the thermostat.
I know, but Casey, I
look at
can't
it,
take
read
it.
it.
Literally, when you walk in here and it feels like an icebox, that's ridiculous. I'll work with you, but it's an icebox.
It's only an icebox when you're in here.
No, that's not true. Look around. Everyone is bundled up because it's freezing.
She is making a point. They are bundled up. It's
cold.
What if you both made love?
Ew. Hell no.
Would that help?
Stick me in an icebox and let me die there.
Wow. So I'm taking that as a no.
By the way, do you call the refrigerator icebox?
No.
Okay.
The
Because some people.
refrigerator. I can handle refrigerator temperature. I can't handle icebox temperature.
Wow. Is your friend here? Is your
I want to
monthly
curse.
friend?
I want to curse so bad. That's how it is in here.
Is your friend we call your friend Daredevil?
No,
Always.
not yet.
It's coming. Isn't it?
Well, here's a question. I mean, there you have needs. What if in space and long missions, if you're taking care of yourself, what does that look like? Right?
I
mean, because there seems to be a whole bunch of ports in that thing.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Something's got to fit.
This looks good.
I don't know.
This looks like Lisa Ann.
Somebody's had to have done that, right?
Of
To
course.
bang
people.
How in all the years and people up in space, you mean to tell me someone's never rubbed one out?
Yeah. No, I'm saying,
Ever?
I'm saying somebody's had to have done that, right?
Yeah.
Right.
They're on the space station for a year at
That's
a time.
actually what caused the Apollo 13 issue.
Right.
It wasn't, the mixture wasn't correct.
Oh, my God, we have a problem.
What did you do?
I mean, what about like?
I didn't mix the fuel right.
actual sex.
I don't know. Maybe they've
there have been men and women up together.
There was a married couple that went up.
A married couple up together. So yes, there would have to be.
Did it?
First thing you have to do.
Yeah.
The 50 Mile High Club. You kidding me?
I mean, if we're talking about serious long-term space travel, it's going to be a part of it, right? So, like, and eventually, if we're going to colonize on Mars, that has to be studied.
It's just not talked about.
Kathy,
They're
that
just
would
not talking about it.
You would the hand you would consider with those huge space gloves.
Yeah, she wouldn't have to worry about it.
All right, okay. This is really big. I can do this.
Your hand doesn't make it better.
No, I mean talking about not getting any mess on you. Anyway,
Kathy uses Hulk hands at home.
But in order to do that, because you're in zero gravity and you're floating all over the place,
you'd
have to
anchors.
secure yourself.
You'd have to have something to hang on to.
Because they sleep basically.
One would be they tie you in
strapped to the wall.
So they'd figure it out. I'll bet you if there was a married couple up there, it was part of their experiments because they're up there doing experiments all the time.
If they're doing poop and pee and all of these things that they're trying to perfect, that they're going to perfect what is a human necessity.
And I have to see video of this.
Various positions, I would imagine, right? To try and figure out which ones are the most...
We are attempting doggy style.
Yep.
Proceed with doggy style. We are having a little bit of issue here. We're going to take this outside the craft.
Odyssey, have you tried the cowgirl yet?
69. Tried the cowgirl yet? 69. In 3, 2, 1. We have achieved 69. Yeah, this is Houston. We got you, and everything looking good. I would grab her ankles a little tighter in an effort to solidify head position in the appropriate groin area. We got that.
All right.
NASA can reduce sex to completely mechanical.
Totally. Sex experiment.
Tell her she's a pretty girl. Tell her she's a very pretty girl.
Please welcome from The Last Witch Hunter, Elijah Wood and Rose Leslie to our program. Good morning, guys. Welcome.
Hi.
Hi there.
Good to see you.
All right, so you're in hyper promo mode for this. You're on tour and doing,
hyper promo.
Because it's coming out.
Yeah, in fact, you guys are leaving.
Initiate hyper promo.
I like that.
Yeah. When did you get into Philly? And you guys are leaving later on this afternoon, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
We got in late last night. That late? No, we kind of landed around about 7.
Yeah, we landed.
Yeah, we didn't land. We definitely
the
didn't
train
land.
just sort of like arrived to the station. We took a train from New York.
I flew in, but yeah.
Yeah, there you go. It's what you both got here is the essential point of the
train
whole
landings
thing.
are very sweet.
Well, let's talk about the movie a little bit, and then we're going to geek out on you guys because we're fans of a ton of your work.
Cool.
But The Last Witch Hunter, so Vin Diesel is starring as this main character in this.
Yes.
And there are a lot, like I said, there are a lot of names. There are you two, and also Michael Caine is in this movie as well.
Yes.
But this is an original story. This is one that we haven't come across before. It's not coming from books or franchise or anything along those lines.
Right.
So tell us a little bit about what the whole plot line of this film is.
Vin Diesel's character, he plays Calder, who is an 800-year-old immortal witch hunter.
Okay.
And he's basically keeping black magic at bay. So black magic is illegal.
Right.
And that would be the scourge for which would be a danger to humanity.
And they're good. You are a good witch. No, not in an
Not
Oz
in the
reference.
Glinda variety.
Yeah, you're not in the Glinda variety, but he is reticent to do so, but you prove an ally to it. And you, Elijah, are because you are. How's it pronounced? It's a Dolan.
A Dolan, yeah.
Right, not as in Mickey Dolan's, but in
Wait, isn't that don't they do deliveries at home?
That's a doula.
That's a doula.
A doula.
Yeah.
But you are there's an order of priests, correct?
Yes, correct.
That provide protection to these to this immortal character that Vin Diesel is playing.
Indeed, yeah.
Calder.
So basically, Dolan's priests in a long line of priests tasked with serving Calder, the witch hunter, and basically aiding in sort of in the background of his effort.
Are you obviously? Preston's been geeking out about Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay.
And I know, Elijah, you are a big Game of Thrones fan.
Huge Game of Thrones.
Was that
fan.
a detraction while making The Last Witch Hunter that
It
you
was
were
that Rose was going to be in the film? Yes, it was.
Totally, right?
It really was. Yeah.
Yeah, I had read the
Vice
books,
versa
and
for me.
I'm such a nerd for it. I flew to Belfast once, and as I was landing at Belfast Airport, I literally was humming the theme song. That's how much of a retard.
Wow. Yeah, and I'd read
Going to the land of Game of Thrones.
reading the books. I loved the character Ygritte in the book, and then they eventually presented you in the show, and I'm like, oh my god, they hit it spot on. She's a badass. You're sexy and at the same time, and where now for your guys' scenes? Obviously, you're north of the wall. Where was that? Was that in Iceland or?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So we shot in Iceland, and I think for those three seasons that I were in, we were there for like a solid 4 weeks, and it was amazing. I mean, we were shooting in ridiculous temperatures, though, something like minus 18, where we, like, as a crew, we were getting paranoid that the lens would start freezing over, and then we wouldn't be able to shoot. And particularly in the kind of winter months, I mean, we had four hours a day of work, so we kind of like. We worked from 10 till 2, and then we just carried on drinking.
Let me tell you, it's funny because Preston is unsure as to which of you to geek out more on, but Rose, you take the
baton on that one.
Yes, on this
yeah,
one.
Big time,
I do.
I
I was going to geek out about Elijah.
do it. Go ahead.
No.
No. I mean, I just the whole series, the Game of Thrones series, has been. Man, you got to wait too damn long.
That's the only problem.
For the next.
I always dread the finale every
do
season.
too.
Every season. I'm like, please, I just don't want to watch it because I know that I'm going to have that inevitable feeling of something won't have been tied up, something will be teased, and I have to wait a damn year for it.
Well, you look at something as Herculean as the Lord of the Rings trilogy, but every Christmas season, a new one was coming out.
Yes.
Let's get it together, folks. This may be just wiki BS, and I didn't realize this is a... Elijah, were you in the Forever Your Girl, Paul Abdul video?
Yeah, that was the first job I had as an actor.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's wild. See, that ruined me for all other videos. Yeah. I can't.
Where is this? I want to see it.
It's on YouTube like everything else.
And you can tell it's you.
Yeah.
That's a good song, man.
All right.
It was directed by David Fincher.
On 93.3 WMMR.
Thank you very much, Kathy. I saw this article and I was curious.
Oh my God.
There it is.
We didn't get Finch.
And this was, let me see, I'm not sure where this, it's from a website called Study Finds. They do all kinds of surveys and things like that. So there was a survey of 2,000 people. They found about 80% of adults have flushed something down the toilet that they should not have. And the first one on this list, I'm like, am I not supposed to be flushing that down the toilet?
Oh, wait. Can I guess?
Yeah.
Is it tissues?
No, it's not tissues. It's hair.
Oh, yeah, no, because it acts as like a net.
Mesh.
It'll clog your,
I didn't know that either.
It'll clog your pipes.
But we flush solid poop down there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Poop beats hair.
Poop beats hair.
But that's not, but think about it, because
Poop liquefies, I guess, eventually.
Yeah, and this is like, it'll probably get caught on this is what a plumber has explained to me. It kind of gets like caught up and almost creates a net.
There's no poop mesh.
All right, so the hair that I flush down the toilet is the hair. When I use a razor
when you shave
on my face, and I will have it collect in the sink. And this is not using this is using an electric razor.
Yeah.
To trim it up, so it's little shavings. And I put those in the toilet because I don't want those going down in the sink because I think that they can clog up the sink, but not the toilet.
And
Am I thinking wrong here?
I'm thinking of my hair, like long strands of hair,
Right.
and that being kind of like
that I can see.
So I trim my pubes over the toilet.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. So, but I think what they're saying in general, it's not good to put hair down the sink and or the toilet, that you should put it into the garbage.
Okay.
Am I correct? Or
But,
does that
but
seem
smaller
correct?
hair, I would think it would be okay down the toilet.
You would think.
I don't know. We should
You
have a plumber
would think. Yeah, plumbers, please call.
And then let me ask you, the gentleman in this room, are you guys the ones in your household that are responsible for cleaning out the shower drain when it gets clogged with hair?
So here's the deal.
Yes.
Yeah,
I have my
okay.
own shower.
Yeah.
I have my own bathroom.
Steve has no hair.
I have no hair.
I know.
So I guess
Okay.
I know my pubes go down the toilet.
You have no idea what I'm asking, because I mean, do you have to go up to Claire's bathroom and clear her?
No.
Okay,
And
all
her
right.
hair's very short.
Yeah, hers is short.
So we're not dealing with
because
that.
I'm the one who has
I
to
know
do
what
it in
you're
my
talking about.
house, and it's
not your hair.
It's not my hair, and there's a really
Not my hair, man.
There's a really
it's our
funny
own hair, and it's disgusting.
It's gnarly, and there's a really funny meme on the gram right now where it says, "Oh, can you clean out the hair from the drain?" And it's like this, like it's like monster. Yeah.
When you've seen it cleaned out, when you've seen accumulated hair and stuff, to your point, Kathy, about the toilet or whatever, that is what do they call that friggin' thing? This clump of matter. It's horrific.
It's
the fatberg.
Yeah, like that.
The fatberg.
Yeah.
So I've also heard that you're not supposed to flush the tissues down the toilet either. And also one that I read at my eye doctor's office, sitting in the waiting room, contacts, because they're so small and thin that they can actually like get through the filtering system and like come out in your water after it goes through the treatment. Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, I never, I've been wearing contacts for years. I never knew that until, I don't know, maybe like 3-4 years ago, and I stopped putting them in the toilet.
I don't know if I believe that or not.
It was at the doctor's office.
I mean, they filter out bacteria and stuff like that. And poop.
Yeah, but they're saying like it'll go through the
I know, but
because they're so thin.
Poop. No, but but we're talking about things even smaller and thinner than that they're able to filter
But I
out.
guess maybe they're not they can't break it down.
I don't know.
These are all right. So I live right in front of a pump house, and
man.
So the pump house, not a lot of all the matter that is flushed in our neighborhood kind of goes through this pump house, and then I guess goes to wherever poop goes.
Poop heaven.
Where does poop go?
Poop heaven.
Poop heaven.
And
A farmer can run.
so my friend works for the department, and they were back there doing work because there was like some sort of backup, and he was telling me the stuff that they were finding, and these were things that were flushed down the toilets in one of the houses in our neighborhood. I crap you not. A baseball. Somebody flushed a baseball.
Who would eat a baseball?
I don't know. I don't think they pooped it out. And I was like, do you think an adult did that? Like, no, a kid did that.
It couldn't have been a regular size baseball.
Preston,
how could it make it into the?
Yeah, and you're right.
We had
Especially
a tennis
if
ball.
it's a fart toilet.
We found a tennis ball in ours.
Really?
I believe that was it. Yeah, but that can, that's got it's got some give to it as opposed to a baseball. But
my house is about 90 years old, and as a result, I have completely amended what I do and do not flush down the toilet, and I am much more selective now. Casey, I used to be pretty nonchalant about flushing down the can-do wipes. I don't do that anymore.
Can't do.
No, it's Steve. I put them in. I put them in a piece of toilet paper and throw that away. Yeah, Preston, I avoid flushing hair down the toilet. And the reason is, if any of that stuff gets clogged back in like the main vein to leave the house, the main drain.
The main drain vein.
Yeah, the main drain vein. The basement will get flooded with backup sewage.
You don't want that. You know what you'll find down there? Poop. Yeah.
Okay, I looked up the contact lenses. So it says you should absolutely never flush contact lenses down the toilet. The contact lenses break down into particles that are not filtered and therefore end up in our seas. So it's more so about harming marine life.
I remember a commercial, and it was airing rather frequently, and it was for a super toilet, Preston. I don't know if you remember this commercial. And part of the demonstration, it might have been a Kohler toilet, where they were showing what it could flush.
Yeah.
I mean, like big items.
I think I remember that.
And it can flush that stuff. It's just what happens after it
After
gets
it
flushed.
leaves,
So,
yeah.
the toilet can do its job, but not necessarily the rest of the house.
Can it leave the house through the system?
By the way, a couple of other things. So besides hair, it said 21% flushed hair. 27% of women have disposed of tampons. You hear that. And you're not supposed to do that because
No,
obviously they
that's-
expand.
Yeah,
What
that's
about,
never.
And
do you flush or use bras?
Listen to this. 10%, it says here, flushed animal waste. Well, what's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Is it?
All right, what would be the reason for not
What's wrong
being
with,
able to
like,
flush animal
let's
waste?
say you have cat poop on, that's on the carpet
Yeah.
or dog poop. And
Is it because you're flushing with litter?
I will flush. No, I mean,
That's
or
what I was
dog poop.
thinking.
No, just
without-
dog. Like if a dog craps, there's not litter involved in that.
So why couldn't you take? So you
what
go
the
out
heck is
your
the difference?
your dog. Your dog craps in the house, and you pick it up in tissue or whatever, and
Yeah,
you
just
release
throw it in
the
the
tissue
toilet paper.
and throw it. Right? What
throw it
would
in the toilet.
what would delineate that? What would be? I want answers
because I've done that.
Oh, because it can contain parasites that are unsafe for us.
Okay.
Oh, that. At least it's not going to clog the toilet.
What is the problem if it?
Dog feces commonly contains roundworm eggs.
All right.
Cats carry toxoplasma, which is especially dangerous for pregnant women.
Right. Heard of that. Okay,
like,
so
what are
that
you
can end up
supposed
in the water.
Okay.
Yeah.
in your water supply because they filter that stuff and recirculate it, and
Do they?
we drink it. We drink poop water.
We're drinking poop water.
I believe we do, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Let's
yeah,
not talk about
filters.
that.
Other popular items ended up in the porcelain bowl include cigarettes, makeup, medicine, and cooking grease. I've definitely heard of people disposing of old medications in there and that they can test the waters and sometimes find traces of medications.
Do you have like liquid plumber at home and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then snake and all that thing?
Not a snake, but just an emergency. We have a thing of liquid plumber just in case.
That stuff, when you on the label, it's covered with warnings and because it is so powerful.
Sure. Yeah, it's corrosive.
It's a plumber in a container, Preston.
I will go to Bill, works for the sewer department. Hi, Bill. Good morning, buddy.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good, man. What's going on?
Hey, one of the funniest things I found was a set of false teeth.
Oh, my gosh.
In poop?
It was in the sewer.
Oh, wow. False teeth.
So that made it through someone's toilet somehow or another.
Oh, yeah, it went through.
Wow.
God,
And a guy I work with found a baby pig.
A baby pig?
Yeah, it was dead.
I assumed as much. Help me.
Yeah.
By the way, Bill, when you found those teeth for fun, did you just pick them up and stick them in your mouth and go,
Oh, of course, you have to.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, they're teeth. They're fun.
It looked like some of the teeth were missing, but that was just feces on a few of them. Yeah.
And then he put the false teeth into the pig's mouth.
Thanks, Bill. Yeah. I have Dave, a home inspector. Hi, Dave. Good morning.
Good morning, Presbo. How are you?
Good, buddy. What's up, man?
So, I do sewer line inspections as part of my work, and there's a lot of reasons you don't want to flush those things down, especially like with our city. There's a lot of cast iron lines. Stuff just calcifies and builds up. But some of the worst things I've found are from people that do renovations. We've found drywall inside of piping. About a month ago, we found a soda can inside of one. We found cement. We had a completely blocked line because they dumped waste cement down it.
Oh, my. Now, that's... is that somebody just being stupid or they're trying to vandalize on purpose?
I think it's just people being wasteful and lazy because, like I said, we're finding them in renovated properties.
Okay.
Because, Dave, if you were to flush... If you were to flush...
Actually, during COVID.
What
I
is
was
this?
finding masks, gloves, Clorox wipes, everything down these lines.
Right.
Preston, I find it hard
It
to...
can cost people up to thousands of dollars to fix it.
Wow.
I find it hard to believe that someone wasn't flushing concrete to, like, destroy the pipes.
Yeah, as a vindictive thing.
Right.
As, some type of vandalism. I have heard of that before. Like people that move out of an apartment and they're going to leave town and they think they're never going to be found again. They hated their landlord and they'll pour concrete, which just destroys the plumbing, obviously. I will go next to Adam, a plumber. Yo, Adam, good morning, buddy.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey, what's up, my man?
Hey, so I own a plumbing company in Bucks County.
Yep.
And years ago, I was cleaning out a lady's toilet, and I couldn't get through the toilet. I kept feeling something in there. So my dad was around the corner, who's also a plumber. He came in as backup. He starts fighting the toilet, and about a 12-inch double-sided lady's toy comes flopping out of the toilet.
Oh, my God.
I grab it out of instinct. It's covered in poop on both sides. It's flopping around, spraying me and my dad in the face.
Oh, my God.
Like it was battery operated and still on?
No, it was just a big rubber.
Okay.
Yeah, at 12 inches, they
Okay.
tend to flop, Kathy.
Okay.
And so we go, the lady goes, "What's that?" And we're like, well, when we try to explain to her, she goes, "Well, whose is it?" Well, it ain't ours. So my dad goes, "Adam, just go grab a trash bag and we'll throw it away." And she goes, "Whoa. It's dishwasher safe. I'll just take it."
Oh my God. Seriously?
Yeah. So he gave it back to her in a bag.
Oh, my God.
That's crazy.
Dear mother of God.
Strangest thing I've ever pulled out of a toilet.
Yeah. Well, let me ask quickly to the point of, like, Preston. So the water in the system, when you flush it down the toilet, and we're talking about it being filtered and so on and so forth, is it how much of that comes around and is recycled into drinking water or tap water? What is the ratio? How does that all break down?
So Philadelphia has a great sewage department. So basically it goes to the sewage treatment plant. They take everything out, all the waste, all the solids, all the bacteria, and then they send it back, as far as I know, into the Delaware River. So and then that's clean water that gets dumped into there. And then when they send you Then then they suck that water back out, clean it again before it becomes your drinking water.
Okay. So,
All right,
so the issue.
I got you.
Okay. So then the issue of like stuff from dog poop and stuff like that, it wouldn't be in it. Why can't you flush? Say if your dog takes a dump on the floor, why can't you just flush that?
I do it, so I don't know.
Okay, and you're a plumber.
All right. Thanks, Adam.
Parasites.
Yeah, I think it's what Kathy was saying.
But
Parasites.
how would that affect?
So they claim maybe if there's the slightest chance of any of that stuff getting through.
Okay.
it's just
Certain
not-
filtration
it's not
systems don't
recommended.
filtrate everything out or filter everything out, right? So, like, if filtration system doesn't filter out parasites, you're then putting it right back into the wastewater system and possibly in the water supply, the drinking supply.
Interesting. And it's wild that he said that they clean that, or at least I guess is case per case, but then they send that back into the wild, essentially
Right.
into a river,
And it plays with other water.
but they draw from that river for drinking
Right.
water, but that gets filtered. It gets
Also.
sent out clean, and then they take water in from our water supplies, like rivers and reservoirs, and then they filter that, and then that comes
the
to us,
water
I guess.
fairies come and clean it.
The water. That's,
Kathy-
I hope for the water fairies.
Do
yes.
you refuse to drink tap water?
I don't drink tap water. No.
Okay.
Yeah. I
What
really
about like
don't.
brushing your teeth and rinsing with that?
Yes, I will. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll rinse with it. But I did take a class at Westchester University, Humans in the Environment, and one of our projects was to go to a wastewater treatment plant. So we went and we saw everything. I mean, even the big poop tank and where it gets all filtered.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
a good show on ABC, Poop Tank.
Did that freak you out?
No, I was just more annoyed that I took the class because we thought it was an easy A, and then we ended up at the wastewater treatment
Right.
plant with
This
her.
is
The
work.
hell is this? This is crap.
We're around all this poop.
Yes.
All right. I have actually Justin, who works for the sewer department. Hi, Justin. You're on the air. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Very good.
Very
Shut up. All right. What can you explain to us that we've been hitting here and getting wrong?
So one thing, I have 2 points. One thing, when you flush stuff like dog feces and stuff down, if there's a sewer main break, sewage gets into the ground, gets into the groundwater travels all over, gets into lakes, rivers, all that stuff.
Right.
So there's a lot of nasty things in it that can get into the water. You could get sick.
Okay.
All right. So that's one. Two. As far as like grease and stuff goes, never do grease. We get it where we go to someone's house and we open up their clean out, grease flies out. I'm like, oh, you dump grease down? Like, no, we never dump grease. Well, it's coming out of your sewer pipe, so it's yours.
Okay.
Also, I've seen crazy stuff flushed. We have pump systems, so imagine like you flush, it goes into the street, into the main, then it goes to a pump station. Now, the pump station, we have some that are 40 feet deep. It's like a huge swimming pool of sewage. And then
Sounds
we have
wonderful.
pumps. Yeah, then we have pumps that have to pump them out to county lines, and like the other guy said, then they send it to the county houses and all that stuff. They dry it. If you flush crazy stuff, our pumps get clogged. There's times where we have to pull our pumps. I pulled a Mickey Mouse T-shirt out, literally a whole T-shirt that was somehow flushed, and it wrapped up, got our motor all bound up, and then what happens is if our motors go down, then sewage backs up, then it can get into people's houses. If you're smart, you get a check valve in your basement because that's something houses don't have, especially old houses. They prevent sewage from ever coming back into your house. And if the sewage does come back into your house, it's always the homeowner's responsibility for the cleanup and fixing it. So words of wisdom, get a check valve in your house.
Justin, a quick question. And say you take a couple of square blocks in say like Springfield. How many pumping stations do you like? I assume you'd have to have a lot of pumping stations to work that all through the system, or are they're so incredibly huge and powerful that you don't need that many?
No, it depends on the size of your town. The town that I work at, I can't say. We have 36 different stations.
Wow.
To be able to handle, say 50,000 people that live in the town.
Yeah, it would seem to me to be a Herculean chore to pump all of that, with the different gradients and all that to get everything moving properly. You'd need a tremendous amount in motion, correct?
Yeah, you do, because if you have too much of, say, one city or one town going into one station, it could it could overflow. You know, pumps. We have some of the biggest pumps you'll ever see. Then we have tiny pumps. But when they build new developments and they have to tie in, so you have to make sure you're tying them into ones that are going to be able to take the flow. And if you flush crazy stuff all the time and you're knocking pumps out constantly, then you're creating chaos for your entire town or city. That's why, you know, we see toys, we see, you know, drug pipes to underwear to shirts, wallets. We've seen all type of like we'll have Christmas decorations soon.
Kathy.
Be able to-
Yeah. Anything valuable ever come through there, Justin?
Yeah. I've wallets with money in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get poop dollars, but you kind of
poop dollars.
We used to do that all the time.
Did.
I find that fascinating. Are these? And one last question: are these places mostly hidden discreetly? Are they subterranean, or where are these stations located? How would you know you're near one? Or are they?
Well, in the summer, stick your head out the window. You could probably smell when you pass.
All right. Okay.
Other than that, it's usually a fenced-in area with, you know, big metal doors down at the bottom, or, you know, you'll see something lifted with a lid and a little bit. It's something that you'll go, this don't look like electric. It doesn't look like, you know, it's occupied. Nobody's usually really there. They're easier to detect than you think.
Okay. All right, Justin. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
You got it. See you guys.
Boy, that information was really good.
It was good.
It was so good. Yeah. Isn't it wild? I'm fascinated when I find out about industries and things that we use every single day and totally rely upon, and I just have no idea how they work.
One time we were looking at an apartment, Preston, and the guy who had the apartment and had the house that we would have ostensibly been renting from.
Yeah.
He's talking to us. He doesn't know anything about, you know, is this city water or whatever, and he was of the impression that the water that comes out of the hot valve is pumped in hot
Oh, my God.
from a centralized location and not going into a water heater
in your own
home.
Right.
Do you guys know where your water comes from? Your drinking water?
No.
I assume Springton Lake Reservoir.
Yours is, yeah. Mine too. But I used to live in a house that had a well, and we had a purifying system that went attached to it. It's the cleanest water, like most pure water I've ever had, which was pretty cool. Would you drink out of that, Kathy, if you had like a filtration system and a well?
No.
Which is funny.
It's the faucet for me. Like if it comes out of the faucet, I don't know. I mean, we do have like a not
Brita?
purifier, like a filtration system
Right.
on our like on the water that comes out of our faucet. So I mean, I'm sure it's fine. I don't know. You know, it's just me.
Yeah.
I know. It's interesting. It's interesting, Kathy, and this is not me busting your balls or anything like that, but somewhere it came out of a faucet. If you're drinking it out of a bottle, it came out of a faucet somewhere.
Well, some of it is, you know, is from the Rockies. If you get, some of it is
Right.
spring water, but there's.
Hey, be careful with that. That's going to one Caddy Romano.
Well, some is filtered, which yes is coming out of a faucet, and then some is actually spring water, which is probably more disgusting than coming out of the faucet. Who the hell knows? But
said this before.
for me, I just don't do it.
Kathy, the clearest, cleanest water. And we get delivery to the house, the big the water jugs and all that stuff.
Pelican Man.
Basically like that. But the cleanest, clearest water I ever had was it was right from a glacier. We were on a glacier, Alaska. It was unbelievable. People say you can't tell. You could tell that.
Well, that's
it was
what
pretty amazing.
But that's what I was going to say. For me, it's more so the taste than thinking about that it came from a wastewater treatment plant or something like that. Like I can taste the difference. If I'm drinking a glass of water that came out of my faucet, I can taste the difference than the water that I
Would
buy.
you drink from a company called Lauer Springs?
Steve, when we lived in Phoenix, so we had an entire Culligan system, and it was like
Were they good?
It was unbelievably
I want to
good.
get one.
It was kind of like what you're talking about with the glacial water. Like it tasted cleaner and fresher than any other water I've had, and we had it tested annually because when you have a well, you have to have it tested in case some bacteria gets in or whatever. But it was like I was so glad that I invested in that.
Oh, good.
But
Good.
the glacier water, could you taste any of the polar bear poop in it?
Eskimo poop.
Eskimo poop.
No, but it was so unbelievably pristinely clear. And the guy basically, he has a cup and right in nature. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I remember being a kid and drinking water out of like a pond or something like that, which was totally stupid, which is dumb.
Oh,
the hose constantly.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Constantly out of the hose.
that wasn't for the garden. It was for your drinking purposes when you were running around.
I forgot there was a video of some, like a younger kids or somebody posted on TikTok like, wait, you guys used to really do this?
All the effing time.
Absolutely.
There was always the risk of were you going to drink a spider? You had to let the water run just a little bit first.
Yeah.
I bought those water purifying pens basically. They're like it's a straw, and we tried it on the air, didn't we?
I don't know. If
I think we did.
I have one.
Yeah, and it works.
I know, but I am not adventurous enough to use it. Like
to drink out of the Schuylkill, you could conceivably with these pens.
I had one with me when I was in the Grand Canyon in the summer, and I had it with me just in case I got marooned.
Exactly.
Right. But I would never, if we had the purified water, I would never just dip that into the Colorado River and just start drinking.
Yeah.
Is it a desalinator too? Will it work on saltwater or no? I think you have to have something special.
You have to have something special. This is more for obviously a creek or something like that.
Yeah.
And so what I got it for was when I would do these long hikes and I'd be bringing the water with me. But if I ever ran out of water, I just had one with me, and I figured it'd be kind of nice to have it. And I always over-prepare for things that never happen to me.
Yeah.
It works. The water. It's not like you're gonna go, oh my God, that's good water. But you can use it to drink if you're in a pinch.
Yeah, if you're camping or something like that, and you find yourself some kind of an emergency where you have to find water, then that can work for you.
I've used one and it works just fine.
Yeah.
You don't. And once you use it and you get used to it, you don't think twice about it.
Okay. All right. Well, I thought this is interesting. I did not know that about flushing hair. Not a good idea. But some of this is environmental.
What about luggage?
Don't flush your luggage. But I was not familiar with not flushing. It says here animal waste.
Yeah. What about
cooking grease? I know because that's going to clog up your pipes. It solidifies.
Does this then put a dent in the kitty city industry? The cats that crap directly into the toilet.
That is an astute observation,
right?
I do not know. I assume so.
It says the parasites that animals can carry are not filtered out in our systems.
Okay. I don't know.
That's a good point.
Anyhow,
Thank you.
Thought that was kind of interesting and worth passing.
I always have some good cat poop angle.
Okay. Oh, okay. So we're gonna go back to the former segment. We finally have this. We did Bass Ackwards earlier. We're gonna wrap up here shortly, but we did Bass Ackwards earlier. Songs I sang in reverse, and then we played them back, and you tried to identify them.
It was a good one.
Casey said that there was a guy, and I saw this video where he's playing guitar and singing the song All Star from Smash Mouth. He does it all backwards, and then he reverses it. And so he's playing along on guitar while he does this. Now, what part of this are we coming in?
I think this is right when he starts singing backwards, and then he'll reverse it.
All right, here we go.
Det hoffenala never bash in the modern Eric Niff. Du måste napp Nico Tuish. Dash in the Lutsti Pashifnia. Im Lauren Oxido with the blood snow it up. Must rewind.
All right, here we go.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I hit the shop, it's still in the shed. She was looking on the thumb with the finger and the thumb and the shape of and out on her forehead.
Not bad, right?
It's not bad.
That's
The
talent.
musical accompaniment is pretty wild.
That is hard to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
It was good.
Yeah, here's what it was Nig. Good God. I still like Rim Job. I think that's probably my favorite one of all of them because I literally said Bajmir and just straight ahead, and then we reversed it, and then you get Rim Job.
Where is that?
I don't know where that is.
Come on, we got to have that.
All right, I'll find it somewhere else.
All right.
Yeah.
With that, we should take a break and come back in a second because bizarre file stories aplenty to share with you. We will do that when we return. And don't forget, a concert announcement coming up with music news. Stay there. Rim Job.
Oh, wow. Look at that. You can just pull it up on the television.
Oh, we're pulling up a video. I don't know at what point in the video he...
Where's Elijah?
Oh, Elijah.
There he
He was a girl.
There he is.
Oh, you
It's
played
coming
a
up.
cute little girl with pigtails.
That's not me.
Someone was also texting it and that you were in Back to the Future 2.
Correct. Yeah, that was the first job out in a film.
A film, yeah.
That's me.
Wow.
Well, I know
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Yeah.
Did you just break a pencil?
I did. I was, yeah.
He's stressed out.
What do you feel? It's the stress of daycare, correct?
Just so stressed. Look, he's yearning for his lost love. Yeah.
By the way, Steve, last time Elijah was here so long ago, we were both 200 pounds
fat, yeah.
heavier.
You guys were fat and I was skinny.
Casey was skinny and we were fat. And I was sick that day. I was so mad. I wasn't here when Elijah was in, and we've had 3 out of the 4 Hobbits in studio, and I missed Elijah's
Who else
day.
have you had?
We've had Sean Astin a couple of times, and oh man,
dude in the
not
Honeybees.
Dominic Monaghan, but yeah, the
Billy
guy.
Boyd.
Billy Boyd. Yeah.
Billy Boyd. Yeah, his band performed in here.
Amazing.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And he's Scottish.
He is.
Oh my God.
I think he was from Glasgow.
He's from Glasgow.
Yeah, he's from Glasgow.
That's right.
Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Let's hear it for him, guys.
Yeah.
Excellent. We'll take a break. Back in a moment. Stay there. It's a hidden camera left in a forest to take pictures of animals in the wild. Captured pictures of a naked man who believed that he was a tiger after taking LSD.
I'm a tiger. Look at this. Grow.
The man only identified as
a wild tiger.
The man only identified as Merrick from the Czech Republic took the drug to try and treat his depression.
I'm Merrick the tiger. Growl.
But after taking LSD, he then ran off into the Polish forest, stripped naked, and started behaving like a tiger.
I must leave you now and return to the world of tigers.
Later, foresters look back
But I
at
hope my message of peace lives on.
They look back at the footage to try and see if they had captured any wild animals on camera, but after watching footage of the man...
Oh, this is a straight up the ass shot this camera got.
Oh, yeah, he's totally naked.
Yeah.
He handed...
That's the brown eye of the tiger.
Yeah.
It's the brown eye of the tiger. It's the thrill of the fight. They handed the picture straight over to the police, who later apprehended Merrick. The 21-year-old then confessed to police that he had taken LSD.
I'm a tiger. I'm a tiger. I'm a tiger. Running around. Tiger round. I'm a tiger. I am high.
He told then the... he said it started to work immediately and that he felt he had become a Siberian tiger.
Wow, that's a cool one to go for.
He told police that it was then that his true personality had woken up and that he had always connected with the animal.
Amazing.
He added that while being high on the drug, he picked up a scent and felt compelled to follow it. In 8 hours, he is believed to have traveled 15 and a half miles along the Czech-Polish border.
Not bad.
He's hauling ass.
Yeah.
But because the man did not have any drugs with him, he was only fined and will not face any further charges. So,
I mean, come on.
Yeah, this picture.
Pull it down.
All right, I did notice something else. I noticed
More to be noticed.
I noticed this handwritten piece of paper.
He noticed a handwritten piece of paper.
This is the audio of Kathy from earlier this morning. Did she say bitted or not? She was talking about a woman that bit someone's finger.
All right.
Casey and I thought we heard bitted.
I might have heard bitted as well.
And she says it wasn't, but
she
and
could have
texters have gone either way on this too. So it's nope.
Let's see.
She heard bit, and yes, I heard bit.
Well, I tell you what, if Kathy's right, passes to the movie on Wednesday night.
Okay, to who?
To Rogue One, to Kathy.
No, I mean to give to Kathy. Okay, sure. What were you saying?
There's a
Wow,
possibility
thank you.
there's a possibility that bit, but I think she said bitted it.
Oh,
Then I'm going to go with bit it.
I'm going with bitted it.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Remember, there was also another woman who bitted a woman's finger off.
Bitted a
Bitted a woman's finger off. You heard it.
Wait, play it again.
All right, here we go.
Remember, there was also another woman who bitted a woman's finger off.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, audio proof that Kathy said bitted.
No, I didn't.
Can I hear? I want to go in.
Hold on, yeah.
Marissa is
Hold on
she
here.
edited it.
What?
You ready?
Yeah.
In slow-mo.
Okay.
Bitted a woman's finger off.
Play it from the beginning slow like that.
That's exactly what happened. I was there and the woman bitted the other woman's finger off. Did I tell you I was a cheerleader?
How about your winter activities?
My winter activities, I had to do a few of them during the camp out. I nearly bitted my fingernails off, worrying about it.
Worrying about it.
Okay. All right, play it, Casey. Slow. All right.
Remember, there was also another woman who bit at a woman's finger off. Wait a second. That was all. Is that you?
What I said was, bit it.
When are we going to do our wine club again? When we get together and watch that Nick Lachey show.
Listen, what I said was, bit it. A woman's finger off.
Like, I Like It, that song?
Bit it, a woman's finger off.
Oh, you're still going to fight it.
Yes. You just have to talk so fast with you guys because you either get cut off or shut down or you can't finish your story or your statement or a word. Exactly.
I'm like a falcon just waiting to jump in.
Not you, everybody
know.
in here.
Well, I do it the worst. I know.
Steve, can you do a little bit of the traffic in her voice? Somebody's texting you for that.
Okay, on the northeast-south conduit, traffic is backed up. And at the wood crustacean, which sounds like a giant wooden lobster.
Seen their stand-up routine? I don't know, but you should. Please welcome. You know them from the Broken Lizard crew. We have Kevin Heffernan and Steve Lemmy who are here.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you. Thank you.
Gentlemen, good to see you.
Thank you. Nice to see you. Yeah.
Fresh off the red-eye flight in from the West Coast.
Fresh off the red-eye. Yeah, we had to get here on time. You know? Yeah, and we listened to your show all the way in.
Oh, I hope it was enjoyable.
Dick Tips, great runner. Great runner. Kowtowing, best joke of the last 30 minutes. Kowtowing, yeah.
And
Camel towing, man.
Kevin had a stranger sleeping on him.
Yeah.
On the way
A lovely elderly Asian woman fell asleep on my shoulder.
Now we were talking about your ability to prior to coming on. That you rock the plane sleeping, no problem, but you cannot use a neck pillow. You just your body naturally forms a pillow that keeps your head up.
Yeah, I don't have a neck, so my head is just propped on my shoulders.
Yeah.
So my head doesn't tilt. You know, I can just sleep anywhere sitting straight up.
So did you let her sleep on you?
Yeah, why not? He didn't know. Can we all get along? Can we all just get along?
No, I woke up once. I was on a flight from Hawaii back to Philadelphia, and I woke up to there was a little bit of turbulence. Well, there was a lot of turbulence, and this huge man that was sitting next to me was like grasped onto my arm and like wrapping around me, and he was like, "I think we're going to be okay." Okay.
That was an opportunity.
Yeah.
Come on. If I was sleeping on her, it would have been different. She would have been. She'd have been suffocated. Yeah. She'd have got rid of me in a second. I'd have pancaked her.
There's a nice space between these. I'll rest my head there. Yeah. You know it's an adorable picture. Yeah. It looks like you're smuggling her out of a country. And, but I envy you being able to do that.
Yeah.
Man.
And Steve, you have your arms folded too. I don't know how you can fall asleep in that position.
We were talking about that because I mentioned to you guys before coming on the device I purchased for Preston, which is this inflatable thing, sits on the trade table. Now, Steve, you are as good as Preston at sleeping on a plane, or no?
No. There's only one spot. I can only sleep on the right side of the plane, on my right ear. I have to lean against the wall. Otherwise, I can't. My neck is I have too much thin neck to, like, even a neck
Is that
pillow.
a syndrome?
I have thin neck syndrome. Yeah, more giraffe than TNS, they call it. Yeah.
TNS.
Yeah, I suffer
But
from
you
TNS.
have a specific, the specific seat you need. What is the specific seat you need?
The F.
The F seat.
The F seat. And that goes for life, too, by the way. I'm always sitting in the F seat. It's your autobiography title. Yeah. Steve Lemmy, the F seat. Life in the F seat. Life in the F seat.
Life in the F seat.
Yeah.
They'll think it's a hip hop album. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, but I've just. And it'll screw up any sort of your long-term trip. If you go overseas, you'll ruin a vacation because you lose 2 days because you didn't sleep on the plane.
Yeah.
And I've never done that. I know you're flying mostly within the United States, but now you just got it down to when you get on. How long before you're asleep?
Like minutes. I recommend people have their necks removed, and then it's easy to sleep that way. It really is unbelievable how you can sleep on. Like, it pisses me off.
It pisses me off.
Yeah. And because sometimes, like, one of his eyes remains open for the sleep. Like, you only know he's asleep because his mouth opens up.
Right.
But his eyes are open, and when his mouth is closed, you can talk to him. But when his mouth is open, that's how you know not to disturb him.
It's true. So Kevin, you're acutely aware of the fact that Steve's going to be awake taking pictures.
Oh, that's all he does of me. He takes pictures of me while I'm sleeping. I think I have a whole album of fetish. The fetish he has.
How do you fall asleep knowing that's going to happen?
Doesn't bother him. I'm a performer, you know what I mean? I like to perform for people. So I walked into the airport bathroom when I got off, and I had a gigantic drool stain all the way down my T-shirt too. So no,
good sleep. It was a good sleep. Yeah.
That is great, especially when you're walking off the flight. Everyone knows exactly what that is.
Hey, guys, I know that a lot of people were excited when they heard that Super Troopers 2 was going to start production this year. It happened in October. You guys
we shot it. Yeah,
you shot it. It's done?
It's done, yeah. We're in the editing room now. Yeah, that's why we red-eyed out, because we were editing yesterday. So,
wow.
But, it was, we finished about first week of October, and we shot for 2 months up in Boston.
So with the with your stage show, and you guys go out and tour, and you've done it for a while. The other three, I guess, go off and do their deal. But
we're the funny ones.
You're the funny ones.
Yeah.
But I love your kind of your stage show is a synthesis of different things. It's a storytelling and stand up, and it's almost like an evening with.
Yeah, we each do a traditional stand-up comedy set, but we also we come out together and we'll tell behind the scenes stories of the making of our movies. In fact, this weekend we're telling a fresh new story about Super Troopers 2.
A tease? Because
I'll tease it.
I love the
traffic on 93.3 WMMR.
A sewer main break. We were just talking about sewers mere moments ago.
Probably a dildo.
It may have been a dildo issue. A dildo backup, All right, stories from the Bizarre File. Yeah, we got them.
WMMR presents Preston and Steve's Bizarre File.
All right, we're going to get into the beef file stories. All right, this leading story is terrible, but there's a kind of an interesting twist to it. Okay,
all right.
So stay with me, if you will. A registered nursing assistant in Georgia was recently arrested for a series of inappropriate sexual relationships with her patients. Jessica Camp, 39 years old, stands accused of improper conduct by an employee. In at least 2 incidents, the defendant allegedly took advantage of disabled patients at a rehabilitation facility. Detectives were sent to the nursing home to complain that an employee had been performing oral on residents there. Another employee
It's
at the
better
home,
than pudding.
Another employee at the home shared a secondhand allegation that the defendant led a quadriplegic man into believing that he and Camp were in a relationship of some kind.
Wow.
When questioned, the quadriplegic man allegedly said that he and the defendant had been talking since August. During those conversations, she allegedly told the man that he needed to give her $1,300 so that she could pay her rent. Over time, he tried, allegedly parting ways with some $788 over roughly 3 months plus. The man went on to tell law enforcement that he knew that this was not the first time that Camp allegedly tricked someone into giving her money. The man went on to say the defendant had done something similarly deceptive with his roommate. The roommate, a double leg amputee on dialysis, offered a story similar in several aspects. He said that Camp had asked for $750 from him for a car payment because they were, quote, fixing to take her car. So the second man told police he gave the defendant the funds that she requested, but after that, she allegedly acted like nothing ever happened. He said he saw the nursing assistant still getting rides instead of driving herself and asked where her car was, and the man told deputies. Camp said that she didn't know what he was talking about. Now, the quadriplegic man's reasons for declining to press charges were not reported, but the second man was a bit more forthcoming about why he did not press charges.
Okay, I want to hear this.
Okay, first, the amputee said that he knew he wouldn't get his money back right away, or anyway, he said. And on top of that, according to court documents, he figured he got his money's worth as many times as she performed oral on him.
Wow. So what did that come down to?
He got his money's worth is the way he justified this.
Now, was it one time? Because then she's a champ.
It said so he got his money worth as many times as she performed the act on him. So
you did the math.
Yeah. He did the math. He's like, carry the 5. Yeah, okay.
I'm sorry. That was a $5 BJ.
and for a guy who's in an assistant and he's got all these issues.
Yeah.
You know, I guess maybe he didn't think it was so bad.
Not unless it was $751 BJs.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But nonetheless.
He got it. He's happy.
So she's in jail because you can't do that. The Indiana State Lottery Commission awarded a $50,000 Powerball prize to a lucky winner after a store employee tore up his ticket.
Man.
Winner Paul Marshall went back to the store that he purchased the ticket from to verify the win, and the store employee ripped the ticket out of habit in order to claim prizes that large at the the claim center, the physical ticket must be present. So the guy just handed the ticket, and I guess he just went like that, because
Holy
they're used
hell.
to somebody handing
Yeah.
them losers.
Oh,
Fortunately, the Indiana Lottery Commission voted in Paul Marshall's favor after video footage confirmed that the store employee ripped the ticket after checking it with the lottery terminal. So I think the clerk just made a mistake.
Sure, but it wasn't intentional, but Jesus.
Fortunately.
Could you imagine?
I would be. It'd be like, yeah, Bluto in Animal House when they drop the bottle of booze. Just freaking out.
I better get oral out of this.
An Indianapolis woman will serve 1 year in prison and 3 years on home detention after an argument with her boyfriend, which broke out following the couple having sex in a public playground, ended in the man's death after her handgun inadvertently went off in her hand and a bullet struck the man in the head.
She's holding a gun while they're having sex?
I'll explain. Tanika Miller pleaded guilty to reckless homicide in connection with the death of 41-year-old Deshaun Roscoe. Miller and Roscoe had been partners in an intimate relationship for the last 5 years. They shared 2 children together. According to what Miller told police, the pair decided to go down to the apartment complex's playground at roughly 1 a.m. in order to have sex on the blanket. An argument briefly led to Miller leaving Roscoe naked at the playground before she returned to pick him up in her vehicle. Miller reportedly got out of the vehicle and told Roscoe to drive, but Roscoe shoved her in the back. Miller, who was holding a gun in her right hand, then struck Roscoe in the shoulder with her hand that was holding the gun. The gun went off and the bullet struck him in the head. Surveillance footage shows Miller applying pressure to the wound before then running to call for help. She is then seen running back to Roscoe and staying with his body until police arrived.
So it was an accident.
They believe it was an accident because of that. Miller told police she had brought the gun along for protection due to the late hour. She was sentenced to 6 years as part of pleading guilty to reckless homicide, but will only spend 1 year in prison, and then she's going to be on probation and all this stuff. Yeah, it's pretty messed up. And then one last story. Let's see. Here we go. We'll end with this one. Rosemary Hain, a 39-year-old woman from Ohio, got a pretty light sentence after assaulting a Chipotle employee. Judge Timothy Gilligan of Ohio ruled on Haynes' case, noting just how obscene a crime it was. The judge said, "You didn't get your burrito bowl the way you liked it, and this is how you respond. This is not Real Housewives of Parma. This is behavior that is not acceptable." The entire real-life episode was filmed by a bystander who posted it on Reddit, which meant the judge and the rest of the world could see it. And in the video, Hain slams down her order on the counter while shouting at Russell for nearly a full minute, who stands on the opposite side of the counter and tries to reason with Hain. Eventually, Hain gets so worked up that she throws the fully loaded bowl at Russell's face as the rest of the room of diners gasp. Later, tries to intervene so that Hain can't leave unpunished. Hain and her fellow diner quickly rushed out of the restaurant. After the incident, patrons captured her said that Hain agreed to and followed through with working 20 hours per week at a fast food restaurant for 2 months.
I like that creative sentencing.
She could reduce her time behind bars to 60 days. Hain reportedly apologized to the court and to Russell, accepting the counter offer, and will soon be standing behind a fast food counter. As for Russell, the victim, she decided to resign from Chipotle and said that she is now dealing with symptoms of anxiety on the heels of the burrito blow. Russell wasn't even initially involved with Hain, by the way. As the manager on duty, she stepped in after Hain started yelling at a 17-year-old employee.
There you go.
So she got in the way between the two.
And maybe she'll get yelled at behind the counter.
Woman freaked out and threw a burrito bowl at her. All right, and there you go. That is it in the bizarre file for you for now. We will break. When we return, we'll have the lesson question, the trash, the music news, and a concert announcement.
Yeah.
A little bit of info to pass along to you. So hang out for a moment. We'll be back.
Me like crazy. Tickle my ass with an ostrich.
I'll tease.
So tease. Yeah. What is it?
I have a really exciting love scene in Super Troopers 2. I have a very exciting love scene. It's
which Carlito's Way member do you look like?
No, like it's mustache, but I'm going mustache to mustache with Rodney Farva.
Wow.
Kevin and I have a love scene together.
Yeah.
Really?
We have a thing.
Yeah, we make out in this movie.
Yeah, we can't really give away how it happens.
Yeah, I love that. I love because I was watching a lot of your stuff, and there's an elaborate Patrick Swayze encounter story that I thought was hilarious. And you, Steve, are a huge Patrick Swayze fan.
We're all Kevin and I are both big Patrick Swayze fans, but Kevin missed his opportunity to meet him because he was over at the free table.
But you had a moment.
The window opened for a second, and Kevin was not
Open
there.
bar, dude.
What I loved about it is that you guys are, because you guys, you obviously degree of success, but you're just the same sort of guys that we all would be in the same situation. When you meet someone you're sort of a fanboy for, and you realized in short order that you were that annoying fan.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
No, we were like, we saw Swayze, and we ran down the list. We were like, all right, what should we say to Swayze? And we ran down the list. Yeah, Point Break, Young Blood, Dirty Dancing,
Roadhouse.
Yeah,
we were zipping through all the movies.
You were trying to pick the movie to lead with because you wanted to set the tone.
I was just gonna have him just like talk about every single movie he ever made. Yeah. And Kevin, I think we were actually going to speak to him, but Kevin walked away, and our Super Troopers producer came over and said, I know Swayze. Do you want to come meet him? He's about to leave, though, so you have to come right now, which is why Kevin missed the opportunity. But then I got Swayze. I brought him over to a Japanese lantern in the corner of this party, and then I froze. I couldn't remember a single movie. And and then I was like, so is Swayze like your stage name or?
And you saw him do the non-discreet security hand movement that.
Yeah, he made a little signal. I caught it. I didn't register what was happening until Matt Dillon swooped in between us. With his back to me. He was like, "Excuse me, bub." And after about 60 seconds, I was like, "Oh my God." Swayze gave him the signal,
the help signal,
and they were not coming back to me. And I sulked and I walked away. And then Heffernan was waiting for me, and he was so fired up. Oh my God, Patrick Swayze and Matt Dillon tell me everything. And I had crashed and burned.
So, in retrospect, what movie should you have led with had you have remembered? What is the ultimate Swayze movie to lead?
Point Break.
Point Break. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Point Break or Roadhouse.
Too, yeah.
I should have gone with
I think Next to Kin gets forgotten a lot.
Next to Kin is great. Black Dog is a deep cut, which is pretty solid. Ghost. I could go Ghost.
But you're a Dirty Dancing guy.
I'll do Dirty Dancing. Hey, look, in Club Dread, I play a character named Juan Castillo.
Yeah.
And if you translate that into English, it translates into Johnny Castle, which is the name of Pete Swayze's character in Dirty Dancing.
Pete Swayze.
That's our homage.
Wow. Sofia Vergara's attorney, this is a follow-up, spoke out about the reports the actress is being sued by her own embryos and an ongoing legal battle with former fiancé Nick Loeb.
Are they going to put the embryos on stand?
I'm wondering if that's a bold legal maneuver or not, and if they'll try it, but we'll wait and see. The Right to Live lawsuit was filed on the fertilized eggs listed as plaintiffs Emma and Isabella on Tuesday in Louisiana.
The defendant, Sofia Vergara. The plaintiff, her embryos.
Loeb and Vergara created the embryos in 2013, and Loeb has since been battling to have them carried to term and then taken to custody. And then he takes him to custody. The latest maneuver, this is according to her attorney, this latest maneuver is nothing more than another attempt on the part of Mr. Loeb to keep himself in the public eye by keeping himself linked to Miss Vergara. You notice that's always what lawyers say. This is another attempt at publicity.
Another shameless attempt.
They always go there.
We have every intention of putting the embryos up on the stand, and I will cross-examine them vigorously.
So there's the...
Look at you. You're not even developed. You have no arms or legs. You're simply an embryo. You're a gelatinous mass, and you show up here without even wearing a suit. You insult the court system.
I think you should be held in contempt.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Not entertain this circus.
Loeb's suit comes just 1 week before it.
Besides that, you left a slimy trail all the way up to the stand. And everyone else will now slip in it.
And that might be a lawsuit.
That could be another
right
lawsuit in the making. And I am frankly shocked that the court would allow this to happen. We ask that anyone taking the stand, please clean up their slimy trails after them.
These from the Geeter bag.
Oh,
these are,
what are these?
These are Anderson peanut butter filled pretzel nuggets. That's what Casey snacks.
So the Geeter sends, sometimes you get these baskets that have, Jerry Blavitt, sends these great baskets, but sometimes people will send these baskets where there's nothing good. Right. And it's a wonderful gesture. His baskets always have a lot of great stuff in them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I like the tower. Like you get all
That's
those
really
little
good.
boxes.
I do like that.
Yeah.
You know who does that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They have a very good the holidays. He's the number one place to shop. Each holiday season upon you, Harry and David are very good.
Nick became full-blown, Shogun.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I'm eating the tower of a delectable for holiday season. Your name is McQueen. Cookie here. Cookie here. Brownie here. The chocolate covered the blueberry. I said the blueberry. Blueberry.
We don't have any blueberries.
Son of a bitch. I know you were coming to avenge me.
He really did. He got very emotional.
I like the popcorn with the chocolate.
Oh, you got to do the you like the blueberries, right?
The Harry and David dark chocolate covered blueberries. And here's the difference. Here's where it all comes down to. They're actual blueberries covered in dark chocolate, as opposed to blueberry mush. Some other places do. This was once a blueberry before we treated it with radiation and whatever. But the Harry and David dark chocolate covered blueberries are blueberry.
Yeah. So when you had your surgery a couple of years ago,
you
Steve,
very kindly brought by like a whole supply of them.
Yeah, I bought 3 boxes of blueberries. I only gave you 2 of them.
Mate, I'm only learning about that now. Now I regret having the surgery.
Hey! Is this a Harry and David?
He had dishonored you.
You make me Rose face. In front of Harry and David, I will kill you. You have dishonored my tower of chocolate covered popcorn.
Nick, that was just so guttural, so raw. Your
Holy crap.
If that doesn't tell you how cold it is.
I mean, it's like an alien.
I don't
swear
even
to God,
know
it's like
what
a thing from another planet.
Two sets of eyes.
Is that 2 or 3?
So to describe, just a moment. We had a number one. It just looked like a black mass that walked in through the door here, and then as this thing got closer, we realized that it's actually Pierre Robert.
I thought it was Sasquatch.
He's wearing a huge, thick, down black jacket. He has, of course, his hair flying out all over the place, and he has a huge hat on that's fuzzy, all kinds of fur all over it, which is fake, I'm sure. And then he has a pair of sunglasses, and then on top of that are a pair of spectacles, and his mouth is opening and closing.
Well, I'm trying to get a word in.
I'm just describing for the audience what we're seeing here.
He's trying to breathe.
So it's cold out.
Baby.
Yeah. I got to play that from Dean Martin later today. But I found this hat somewhere in my travels, and I go, this hat will make me look like a Ruski, and then I can hack into the U.S. political system. And
this actually makes you look. Who's the guy who's saying, I just want to stop and tell you how I
Yakov
feel
Smirnoff?
about you? Do you remember that guy, the Canadian guy who was super hairy?
I never saw him. I know the song.
Yeah, it's just an amazing. You do look like Sasquatch with bad eyesight.
I could be totally speaking out my ass here, but Steve, do they do prescription sunglasses these days?
They absolutely do. Claire has, my wife has them, and they're absolutely manageable and doable.
what are you laughing at? These people are laughing
at your multiple sets of glasses.
People that give me funny looks while I'm driving because I'll have my sunglasses on and then my reading glasses below my sunglasses.
All right, this is the guy, Gino Vanelli.
Gino Vanelli's who she was
That's who
talking
you
about.
look like.
That song. And yes, it does look like him.
Well, there you have it.
Yeah.
He's a handsome devil, just like me.
Wait, so are your eyes dilated right now?
No.
Oh.
Oh, I could take them off.
Yeah, you can take them off. There you go.
Yeah, there.
You look like a Sasquatch safecracker.
This is Gino Vanelli, by the way, who Pierre looks like this morning.
It's this big black fuzzy fake fur hat with flaps. As I was leaving the premises, I'm thinking this will be good today. But it's not the cold. There are bursts of wind. What?
I keep seeing Jaromir Jagr.
Yeah, from the side. Turn sideways.
Yeah,
yes.
Because it kind of looks like he have a mullet, and he actually brought it back.
Who's
He's a hockey player? He's a hockey player. Yeah,
with the
I shouldn't
mullet.
have used the sports reference.
I thought it was another movie thing that I'd missed.
No, it was a hockey
The Break
thing that you
Bad
missed.
Guys.
So Darth Vader's cousin.
Okay. Yes.
That's little old man from Texas. ZZ Top Tush 93.3. WMMR, it's Everything That Rocks. We are the Preston and Steve Show. Today is a Thursday. Cooler, some flurries. Still flurrying a little bit in Bala. High temperature today, only about 43. But we warm up over the next couple of days. There were some flurries yesterday, too. But tomorrow we're looking at 52 and sunshine. Saturday is going to be in that range as well. Not seeing any rain until Sunday. It warms up to 64. So it's going to feel comfy, but we're going to have to deal with some moisture. And then on Monday, we cool right back, and the high will be 44. So it's going to be just like this again. But, yeah, pretty decent weekend. And like you've said before, if you have not yet done some decorating outside and you like to be a part of that whole thing, this will be your weekend to get out and do it. So especially Friday and Saturday.
Do you know what I've noticed? I think it's maybe just the times we're living in or whatever. I've seen a lot of people decorating. I love it in my neighborhood. It looks really great.
Nice. Excellent. All right, well, today's lesson question, we are going to give away a $50 Gabe's gift card if you can answer the question correctly. All right, this was very quick, but what is Larry Bird's middle name or nickname? 215-263-WMMR. That was from early. That was like 6:30 this morning. All right, but it was fun. What is Larry Bird's middle name or nickname? Now, don't go look up what Larry Bird's real middle name is, because that's not the answer. That's not what we're looking for. Something that was said completely different than that. And if you know the answer, call, because you've been with us all morning long, and we would love to give you something.
The trash business is a gold mine.
93.3 WMMR with Preston and Steve's Hollywood Trash.
Brought to you by Sports and Social. Experience the ultimate football party at Sports and Social in Live Casino and Hotel Philly. You can cheer on the Birds with ticket giveaways and signed merch, halftime contest, Bud Light Towers, free concession snacks, and face painting and more. What's going on this morning, Steve?
Well, Britney Spears is reportedly considering reconciling with her dad, Jamie Spears, now that he recently needed to have a leg amputated due to infection. Jamie Spears told reporters that he's got only 3 more chances to make this work.
Oh, my God.
Serena Williams claiming she has used her own breast milk to heal painful sunburns. In addition, the 42-year-old tennis legend says she has used a paper bag, a lighter, and her own poop to make a hell of a practical joke.
Oh, my God.
And finally, 23andMe says it has been majorly compromised after hackers busted into their systems and hacked the personal data info of over 7 million customers. By the way, just found out Zack Snyder is my father. Yeah! That's your Hollywood Trash.
All right, we are looking for an answer. We get huge discounts of up to 70% off mall store prices on brands like Hurley, Realtree, Stanley, Carhartt, Disney, Bear Paw, Mattel, Fisher-Price, and big athletic brands too big to say, and it's on their wish list. You can get it for less at Gabe's. Visit gabesstores.com for more information. I love the word goober.
Yeah.
I love it. There's in Spider-Man, the first animated film, what was it? The Spider-Verse?
Yes, Into the Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse. Peter Parker has a flash drive, and he didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
And so he called it's a goober.
Yeah.
It's a goober. And I love that word goober. So good use on that, Steve.
Thank
Let's
you.
do this.
Now, Preston and Steve's Music News on 93.3 WMMR.
Wait a minute. Nick just looked up goober in Wikipedia. Goober is it's another word for peanut.
So, yes. Yeah.
Goobers.
Yeah.
Goobers, yeah.
But I know of goobers, but I didn't know that was a name for peanut.
My question, the
goober's
character
the candy.
of Goober from Andy Griffith and Mayberry RFD and other shows, George Lindsay, right?
Yeah.
was he named after the peanut, or had goober become a derogatory or a pejorative in Southern culture at that time?
I will bet you that goober was initially just a name for a peanut, and they gave it to him as a goofy name, and then it became you're a moron.
You're goober.
You goober.
You dumb goober.
But that's my guess, Steve.
That seems valid to me.
I have no idea, but I loved him.
Yeah.
Goober was a
great.
great character on Mayberry, on Andy Griffith.
He's going, this is what they say in the National Guard. Yo.
All right, to music news. Wawa brings it to you, and they've got you covered with gift cards for everyone on your list, from Wawa gift cards or a gift card from your favorite brand. Happy holidays from Wawa.
Good. Goober wrote a book. George Lindsay did, Steve.
Yeah.
It's a great name for his autobiography. It's called Goober in a Nutshell. Isn't that terrific? Yeah.
I would never have understood that until this morning.
Right.
By the way, Kathy, here's a question for you. What business did Goober own in Mayberry?
I don't know.
Of course, the service station. Everyone knows that.
Kath.
My cat.
No.
Where you at?
Come on, you goober. We have a concert announcement. I'm going to do that first. Are you okay with that, Case, or do you want me to?
I'm ready.
Or you are ready?
Yep.
You got music and whatnot
I got
to play
you.
with this? All right. This show is going to be Tuesday, July 23rd. This is a Citizens Bank Park show.
It's a biggin'.
It is a biggin'.
It's a goober.
And you'll be able to purchase your tickets next Friday via Ticketmaster at 10 a.m. is when they go on sale. MMR is happy to rock Journey and Def Leppard. Wow. Yeah. Both bands will be playing together at Citizens Bank Park on Tuesday, July 23rd. And like I said, tickets will go on sale next Friday at 10 a.m. via Ticketmaster. And you can listen to Pierre to win free tickets. Actually, today, Jackie Bam Bam's filling in. It's the last day. And he will have your chance to win the tickets. So don't call right now. We are not going to give those away. We're going to hold on to those for Jackie Bam Bam.
You know what? As a bill, that's awesome. That sounds good.
Yeah, totally.
So the original Def Leppard's intact, and you just have the new iteration, or the, not new, but, the Steve Perry-less Journey, but it's still that singer who's amazing.
Yeah, Arnell.
Yeah.
He sounds just like Steve Perry, and they still bring the energy and all that. But, yeah, you talk about two bands that have a ton of hit songs, and you will be singing at the top of your lungs all night long. And I've seen... you know what? I've never seen Journey live.
What?
Yeah, but I've seen Def Leppard a few times. They put on one hell of a show. So tickets on sale next Friday again, 10 a.m. Ticketmaster. Tuesday, July 23rd, Citizens Bank Park. Jackie Bam Bam will start off with some tickets to win today, and then Pierre will have them. You can go to WMMR.com, and there is another chance to win over there as well. So get the information you need on top of it all. All right. So Geddy Lee has dropped the strongest hint yet that he and Alex Lifeson could be back on the road as Rush with a stand-in drummer for Neil Peart.
Wow.
So here's what I think.
That's a melon twister.
Here's what I think about this. I think that they will, in honor of Neil, go out on a tour and maybe have a few different drummers play at different shows. Now, that's just my guess. As far as recording and creating new Rush music,
no.
Never going to happen.
No.
They may do it in another form.
Right.
But I see these guys going out and paying tribute to Neil that way. They saw what happened with Taylor Hawkins. And they saw the wonderful tribute. And they were a part of that tribute, too. And I think that they saw that as a blueprint of, hey, not only is this doable, but it's also a really cool thing to do for the legacy of that person.
You would not think that Neil would want the band to stop simply because he was not here performing the songs that people love, right?
Yeah.
Is that safe to say?
Yes. And I just finished Geddy's bio, his memoir, which is phenomenal. I couldn't wait to. It was on audiobook. I couldn't wait to listen to it every single day. And they used to be hesitant about not having a new album to go out and promote.
Right.
But they eventually found out that they could do that with their R30 tour and then the R40 tour and all this stuff, which was just a retrospective. And they realized that they actually liked doing that. And it was kind of fun.
And the fans certainly love it.
And this would be that type of thing.
By the way, his series has debuted.
I watched the first two episodes last night. And it was great.
Yeah, did you
Have you
like
seen
it?
any of it?
No, I just saw that it was available for streaming now.
Yeah, it's great. They're short. They're only 30-minute episodes.
Yeah.
And I watched the first one with Les Claypool and the second one with Robert Trujillo of Metallica. And he's a great host, Getty is. So they were on CBS News Sunday, both Getty and Alex. And Getty had said, have we talked about it? Because he's asked about it. He's always asked about it. He said, have we talked about it? Yeah. It's not impossible, but at this point, I can't guarantee it. He said, do what you believe, because if you do what someone else believes and you fail, you've got nothing. If you do what you believe and you fail, you still have hope. And then Alex Lifeson said, it's not in our DNA to stop. So Getty recently said the taboo nature of discussing continuing without Neil has shifted after their reaction to the Taylor Hawkins tribute. He said it was nice to know that if we did decide to go out, Alex and I, whether we went out as part of a new thing or whether we just wanted to go out and play Rush as Rush, we could do that now. So I have no ill feelings as a big Rush fan towards something like that happening.
So do they, not to quiz you on this, but do they look for an undiscovered talent, or do they go with someone who already has the cred to do that?
They go with a big name. They go with Mike Portnoy. But he rejoined. He recently joined. Oh my God, I'm having a brain fart. Dream Theater. But there are tons of people who are capable and who are influences of Neil who would step up and say, "I'll do it."
Okay.
Hell yes.
Steve, were you thinking like maybe like a morning show host in Philadelphia, for example?
That's what I was thinking. Yep.
I'm just the guy to do it.
Right.
All right.
Leave of absence for like 6 months. Where's Preston?
Speaking of veteran musicians, Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp has announced that Michael Anthony of Van Halen will join next year's 4-day weekend. Campers will have the opportunity to jam with him and other legendary 80s rockers. Also,
do they eat s'mores?
Probably. Yeah. Also scheduled, rat guitarist Warren DeMartini, drummer Tommy Aldridge of Whitesnake and Ozzy Osbourne fame, former Skid Row singer Sebastian Bach, and Vixen guitarist Britt Lightning, who is also the camp's director.
Sebastian Bach?
Yeah. Sorry, I had that turned down.
That's right.
Yeah. There it is. During camp, attendees will experience band rehearsals, jam sessions with the rock stars, master classes, Q&A sessions, plus perform live in front of an audience.
Whoa.
Tain't cheap to be a part of that, but you can do it if you want to. Tom Petty's Love is a Long Road from 1989's Full Moon Fever is featured in the first video trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6, a new game by Rockstar Games. There's somebody else who is involved in this as well, and he'll be in here in just a few minutes. Jackie Bam Bam's voice is in the video game Grand Theft Auto 6.
It's very cool.
He's featured, I believe, as a caller in one of the radio stations. Yep. So we'll ask him about it when he gets in here in a couple of minutes. But the clip reveals a Petty Easter egg in the form of a Petty Forever sticker using the color scheme from the Full Moon Fever album cover art. The fan reaction has been overwhelmingly positive, pointing out that the beauty of the song and the title connected to various themes. The street-level setting is Tom Petty's native Florida and the long road of love, just like the song mentions. In 2004, the same company used Tom Petty's song Running Down a Dream for one of their other games, and they stated that Tom loved it, so they are doing that again. And then one last story. Limp Bizkit is continuing its revival with the announcement of a 2024 tour with at least one very interesting supporting act. They will kick off the Loserville tour.
Loserville.
On July 16th in Somerset, Wisconsin, and will wrap on August 24th in San Bernardino, California. All dates will feature 4 supporting acts: Bones, Nate No Face, Riff Raff, and Corey Feldman.
Corey! What?
Yes. Corey Feldman is going to be an opening act for Limp Bizkit.
So that's got to be one of the more most legitimate.
Yeah. Fred's doing him a solid.
Yeah, it's got to be.
And Limp Bizkit fans are going to eat him alive, I think.
Or he's so kitschy that they love it.
Yeah, Feldman has actually released 6 albums. 2 of those albums were under the name Corey Feldman's Truth Movement, Well, the other 4 were solo albums. And his latest album called Love Left 2, Arm Me With Love, was released in 2021.
We had him on recently. He was a good interview. And I decided before that interview, doing research on him, that he's been through the ring. He's actually been abused a lot in his life.
Yeah.
And I'm like, one of the few things that provides him joy is his quote-unquote music. So, okay. So I'm like, let him have it.
I know.
You know?
I know what you mean.
If it brings him joy,
I agree.
It's fine.
Just don't put me in the position where I have to listen to it live and act like I like it.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just, I just, the whole, the persona that he puts on stage in the Michael Jackson stuff, I'm like, wow, as a grown man, how can you be doing that and pretending that it's your own shtick? It's clearly, you know what I mean?
But then I listening to all the stuff, and it's a lot. I thought, if this is providing him refuge, okay, I'm good with it.
But I hate it when people steal somebody else's shtick and use it as their own. Like I was talking to my wife last night, and she agreed with me.
Well, the tickets go on sale. You better get them now. They go on sale tomorrow. All right.
Yeah.
If you want to see Corey Feldman, he's not coming anywhere near us. I printed up all the. There's a New Jersey date in Holmdel. Yeah.
There you go.
That seems to be it.
That's it.
All right. So anyhow, it's Limp Bizkit and Corey Feldman. But I don't know if Corey's playing on that particular date or not.
That's the big question.
All right.
I'm not hopping in the car if he's not.
One last item in music news. Casey handed it to me. I forgot we had a pair left. Our friends in Octane are having a reunion and anniversary show, and it's tomorrow night, 8 p.m. at the Landis Theater in Vineland, New Jersey. It's the 20-year anniversary of their album, When All Is Said and Done. There are a few tickets that remain through thelandistheater.com, and I have a pair of those tickets right here to give away to caller number 12 at 215-263-WMMR. So call right now. You want to see Octane tomorrow night, 8 p.m. at the Landis Theater in Vineland.
I had a lot of fun with that band 20 years ago. I used to do a live broadcast at Reed's Bluebell every Saturday night. It used to be Maui, and then Maui closed, and then I was at Reed's.
Yes.
And I would broadcast live from 10 to 2 every Saturday night, and they were like the house band there. Oh, my God, did we have so much fun.
Good memories.
Yeah, great memories.
Excellent. All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back in a moment. We'll wrap it up. Good. We'll ask Jackie about being in Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
And find out what he's got in store for you today. Stay with us. Be right back.
It is. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, exactly.
Here we go.
Well, honestly, the picture's worth 1,000 words. We're putting it up.
It's the wind bursts that get you.
Yes, the wind chill.
So the cold is not so bad, but that wind is tough. So buckle up if you're going out.
Buckle up heartily.
Yeah.
Wear your warmest buckles.
Buckle up for safety. Buckle up.
For warmth.
Yeah.
Sitting to my left, ladies and gentlemen, Adrian Zemed.
Adrian Smed, I thought he was dead. Oh my God!
We're not kidding.
We're here.
We've been talking about you forever, right, Preston?
We have. We absolutely have. We are fans. Has anybody ever said to you, thought you were dead before, though? That's a slight insult.
Well, actually, there was an episode of The Simpsons where I was in one of their musical numbers, and I popped out of a coffin saying, "And I'm not dead."
Here you are in this play, and again, Middletown, and it's two couples, and there's sort of there's some comedy, there's some sadness, but it's the way they've grown over the years. And what drew you to this?
Exactly that. I'm used to, I've been through the Eastern Seaboard so many times with musicals.
Yeah.
And I'm used to just being drenched in sweat by the end of the show and doing it. And then I read this play, and it was such a simple play. It's just about two couples who have dinner every Friday night for 33 years.
Right.
They're best friends, and they're normal people, and life happens to them. And it truly is a roller coaster of emotions. I mean, we suck you in by all our little charming quirks that the couples have and everything, and then life happens. There are tragedies in life that you have to deal with, relationship problems with your spouse and everything. But what is the great fascinating thing about this is that the words speak for themselves. I'm actually first generation Romanian, so my family came, to America for their kids to, be doctors and lawyers, and I come up to my dad and say I'm going to be an actor. And it's like, the funny thing about him is I won him over. I literally out of acting school, I got one of the last national tours of the original Grease, and we were playing in my hometown of Chicago.
You were playing Zuko?
Yeah, I was playing Danny, and we were going into a very big theater into Chicago, and there was and nobody really knew very much about Grease at that time.
Right.
The movie had not come out yet. It was just a hit on Broadway, and there were a few national tours. So the company manager said, "Look, we're having a lot of trouble with this opening night. We're going to paper the house. Tell your dad that you can invite the entire congregation." So,
oh man, that's a
I didn't mention that my father is a priest, an Orthodox priest.
Right,
they can get married.
And Greece is
Eastern Orthodox priests can get married.
Yeah. Greece is very profane.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, the
Are you
date show.
kidding?
Yeah.
I'm giving the finger on the show, and it's just like the original. Not for kids. It was meant for adults looking back on their lives in high school.
So he brings down the congregation.
So there were 500 Romanian people screaming and yelling, and they had their gypsy violins, and they were going singing the Ackwards. Every time I came out, there was a big cheer. It was then that my father was won over, and he kind of, although he didn't understand. When I ended up getting television and film, when I was doing T.J. Hooker, he didn't really understand what that was all about. So he says, "You work for 1 hour. What you do rest of week?" That's
great.
You are a bum. I got into this business because I wanted to be an actor.
Right.
That's it. I never even wanted to do television and film. I just wanted to work in theater.
Right.
That's all I ever wanted to do. And then one thing happens, and then you're just whisked away, and suddenly you're in Hollywood, and you're doing all this stuff.
You're good friends with William Shatner, right?
Yeah, I'm actually. We're currently working on a few projects with his production company. Actually, we're letting it out right now. We're actually thinking of bringing Hooker back.
Oh, in
a comical way.
That'd be awesome.
Perfect. Bill is 88. Yeah. But the funny thing about it is that when we did Hooker, Bill pretty much did push the envelope on asking for ridiculous things for Hooker to do.
Okay.
I mean, we had technical advisors from LAPD there, and he said, "Look, no, I got this idea. How about I just run over to the helicopter, and as it's going up, I just grab onto the rung of the helicopter, and when we're up in the air, I take my gun out and I go, bring it down." And the TA standing there going, nobody would ever do that.
The top text here says, "Poor man Travolta, my ass."
Yeah.
He made Bachelor Party, which is an absolute. It's one of my favorite films, and you have one of the best lines in the movie. I think personally.
Look at the cans on that bimbo.
Well, you're telling him, man, I really would love to have a relationship.
I would love to have this relationship that you have, and someday I'll have kids and be happy. And hey, look at the cans on that bimbo. That movie. Tom and I lived very close to each other. So so we lived in Studio City, and the soundstage that we were shooting this at was in Culver City. So it was a pretty good distance to go on the 405 freeway.
And you've been on Bosom Buddies, right?
Yes. I played Johnny Midnight, his boyhood friend from camp.
So you knew him?
Yeah. And we'd carpool to work because we could go in the carpool lane and everything. And as every day after we get in the car and we go, our careers are over. Our careers are really over. What are we doing? This is going to be terrible.
No.
All we did was show up for 13 hours a day and goof off. Almost nothing of what the script originally was in there. We just ad-libbed. We just goofed off. And honestly, some of the funniest scenes in the movie never made it into the movie because we had gotten an X rating.
The horse scene where there's a horse
a donkey show.
Let me tell you about this. The donkey actually died.
What?
They brought him back to life.
No.
They literally shot him with some shot of something for him to go, and then he keeled over. And his heart stopped.
Oh my God!
And we've got all these people. There's like 100 extras. Many of the girls are half naked and everything. We're all standing there going, "Oh my God! They killed the donkey!"
Dear Lord,
you resurrected a donkey, Adrian Cement?
and they did the whole adrenaline thing. You know what I mean? They put the
Oh my God.
in his heart, and he came back.
The dog. 3 lines of coke.
Yeah,
you definitely.
It's a real good kids movie. I'm really proud.
You're thinking your career's over, but no.
And then, honestly, when we saw the first cut, it was like, but the Tom and I looked at each other. This is funny.
Yeah.
What the hell happened?
Is there any chance you could go back and re-release a director's cut by any chance, or is it too late?
Back then, they didn't save that kind of footage.
Yeah, now they do all the time.
And they do it all the time because of everything they do. But honestly, there was one scene that was absolutely hysterical. So we're the bachelor, the party's not going very well. The hookers haven't showed up. We're sitting in the hotel room looking at a Shirley Temple movie. Right. And it's just not going well.
The hookers go to the wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
So then I say, Rick, let's go downstairs and get something to eat. I'm hungry. So we get into the. I'm not gonna do this to say this on radio. This was cut. I said, sit in this booth. This is the best booth in the place. So he sits in there, and all of a sudden you hear his zipper sound. His eyes light up. Right. There's a girl underneath who is
taking care of him,
going to give him a happy ending of some sort. So I my gift to you.
Yeah.
And we see the minister who's going to marry him walk into the restaurant and go, "Oh, Father, over here. Come on, over here." So he comes to the edge and he starts having a conversation with us. And Tom's going, "Oh, Jesus. Oh, Mother of God. Oh, Mother Mary and Joseph." Oh, he's writhing and everything. And he always says grace before he eats. So.
That's great.
He can't take it anymore.
I'm all right. That's the name of that song from Mammoth on 93.3 WMMR. It's everything that rocks. I love that when the world has been tapped into an artist that shows some depth, that it's like not just going to be one song.
Yeah.
There's a lot to mine musically with Wolfgang Van Halen, which means great music and entertainment for people that dig good stuff. So I'm very happy that he has come around. 10:34 with the Preston and Steve Show. As we have come around to the end of our program, just one thing to note. We made a concert announcement earlier, and it is the fact that Journey and Def Leppard are going to be playing Citizens Bank Park on Tuesday, July 23rd. But you know what? The dude that's coming in now, he could probably say more about that. Jackie Bam Bam is here.
Good morning. What is it? Goobers.
What's up, Goober?
Goober. Not the S, Because I was like, I eat them in the movie theater.
So they're good.
They're very
We love the
good.
Goobers, Goobers and Raisinets.
I saw Kevin Gunn in the hallway. He goes, "Where else can you find a 5-minute dissertation or analysis of the word goober?" None other than the Preston and Steve show.
That's what we do.
Yeah. How you doing, man?
I am wonderful.
Yeah, you're going to have tickets to give away for Journey and Def Leppard.
Yeah, you said you never saw Journey before.
I never did see Journey live.
Have you saw Neil with Bad English back in the day?
No, you know what?
No?
I've never seen, and Neil he's like in my top 3 guitarists of all time. And I've never had a chance to see him live.
You saw him at Woodstock, right, with Santana?
Yeah, back then. I was just an idea, but yeah, I was there. He's one of my all-time faves. Yeah. And it's cool that they're coming to town. But you'll have tickets to give away today.
Yeah, so Def Leppard's not with Motley Crue. They're with Journey this time. I get a little confused, but it's all good.
Hey, congratulations on being in the Grand Theft Auto 6 game.
Yeah. My mom was like, yo, you're hip again. What did they reissue the game or put a new game out?
It's a new game, yeah.
Okay. So me in gaming is like Pierre Robert in sports.
Right,
so,
yeah.
How did I even get in this? But I got to give credit to our good friend, Cousin Ed and Laszlo. That was rewinding this back to like 2015 maybe. Talking about your segment about what goes down the drain. I'm shaving my body, and that's what that whole segment's about. Me calling in to Grand Theft Audio Radio as listener Lonnie about shaving my junk.
Well, we have the audio here.
Yeah. Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, Marissa grabbed it. So this is from the game, and it's on one of the radio stations. Because you remember in Grand Theft Auto, you can change the radio stations on the car that you steal. And so they have a variety of stations that you can cycle through, and they've got programming that happens. And there's,
radio.
songs and disc jockeys, and then callers, obviously. And you're a caller. This is the clip.
Let's hit the phones. Yo.
Hello?
Yes, hello. You're on Chatterbox. What's that noise?
My name's Lenny. I want to talk about shaving.
Okay, what's the trouble? You got a weird rash?
There's no trouble. I just can't stop.
What?
I love it. And I realized something really important.
Oh, God.
If you shave downstairs, he looks a lot bigger. You know, if you remove the brush, the tree looks massive.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, man. Now I don't have to get surgery down there. I just thought I'd share that with a few people. Come on, Laszlo. Don't tell me you haven't thought about it.
Where do you get ideas like this?
Like my mom said,
All right. This show's going great. This is Chatterbox. What's ever on your mind, however big or small, just give me a call. Lines 3.
If you shave downstairs, he looks a lot bigger.
Go away. Please stop calling the show. This is Chatterbox. Hello. Please be a normal human being.
Oh, that's the best.
Do you get paid again?
I did. They sent me the video game back then with a nice check. My mom reminded me.
No, but I'm saying again now that they're releasing it.
Oh, I don't think I'm on the brand new one, am I? Well, I don't know.
Oh, that's the old one?
Yeah, that was back in, I want to say 2015.
I thought you were on the new one. What do you think?
No,
Jesus Christ.
Come on, Bam Bam.
When you send the text out,
he sends us
write
things.
what it's about.
Right.
Oh, wait. You didn't know it was old?
No.
I thought it was brand new.
That was, no.
Kathy, he sends
that was moons ago.
He sends us these things.
2015 Grand Theft. What is it called, Casey? Andres or something? I got the
San
video.
Andreas, but aren't they
They
releasing a
were
new game?
releasing a brand new
Oh,
game.
maybe I'm on the brand new
trailer
one too,
just dropped. No, probably not.
Well, that's what I thought, that the old audio was going into the new game, and that's
Listen,
why we were playing.
Yeah, all of us did, Kathy. And the reason being is because day before yesterday, they debuted the trailer and the announcement of the new game.
Yeah.
The next day, Jackie sends us, with no context, this audio of him on Grand Theft Auto. And so that's why we thought he was in the new game.
So at that same time, Laszlo had reached out to me to do a thing. I
really?
Wasn't able to do it.
Oh, okay.
So
that would have been cool.
No, you were great on it. What are you talking about? But it's awesome that those guys do all that. But everyone thought it was the new game, Jackie, because you didn't put any notation on your
I
post.
fooled everybody.
Yeah.
So, but you did get it, and now you heard it.
Yeah,
so.
it was good.
Oh, thank you.
From many years. It's in the Wayback Machine.
Yeah. And Steve, you shave your body down there, too, right?
Absolutely.
Right. Too much information.
Into the toilet.
Oh, my God. You are priceless. All right. Shall we do the letter of the day, Jackie?
We shall.
All right, here we go.
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR.
Now, the Daily Letter.
All right, and the Preston and Steve show is brought to you today by the letter...
The letter A, as in analog.
All right, we're going to give away...
Good.
Syllables in it.
We're going to give away 2 Flyers Santa sacks, one for you and one to give away as a gift, and you can make it an unforgettable holiday season and gift a Flyer Santa sack. Each gift includes a pair of lower-level Flyers tickets, a Flyers player autograph puck, an exclusive gritty tree topper, and a bonus pair of Wings lacrosse tickets. And you can shop now at PhiladelphiaFlyers.com. So we mentioned you're going to have those tickets to give away. What else is coming up on the program?
I have more tickets to Mark Tremonti singing Sinatra in Atlantic City. Workforce Blocks. Pierre has left us Emerson, Lake and Palmer. We're going to remember Greg Lake on the anniversary of his passing. We got a block of The Clash. And my old guitarist is the guitarist for Corey Taylor. And Corey Taylor is celebrating his 50th anniversary. So we'll just brush the surface of all of his projects.
All right, excellent. Thank you, Jackie. And we won't get a crossover from him tomorrow. He'll be gone.
But I'll be at Octane, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
I cannot. And I'm bringing Chucky D'Amico up on stage with me.
Excellent. You should. He's really good friends with those guys.
Oh, yes, he is.
All right, I'm going to thank our sponsors, Preston and Steve Show, brought to you today by Duncan. The Preston and Steve Show runs on Duncan. Also brought to you by Wawa. And Wawa has a gift card for anyone on your list. Happy holidays from Wawa. Tomorrow on the program, it's No Sad Bro. We'll have Connoisseur with all the Connoisseur goodness.
Oh, yes.
And giveaways. Your chance to win a bunch of free things. And we're working on some other things that we will have together by tomorrow morning's radio program. That is it. We are done. Rage on. Have yourself a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow, friend. Bye-bye.